Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Thunder Image 1 or you just found yourself here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about your next successful manifestation. Jeez. What are you manifesting next, okay? We're going to get a bit into how this manifestation, I can't talk. Wow, that's crazy. How this manifestation will come to be. I blame the lip gloss. Does anyone else start talking weird after putting on lip gloss? It's kind of like your lips stop remembering how to work. Annoying. But anyway, and how will it feel? Okay, so I butchered manifestation, and it sounded like manifestation, so there could be something here about grown folk things, okay, 18 plus topics. That is your next successful manifestation. That could be something that you have been actively trying to manifest. It could be with a safe person, because I feel like if you wanted some good, I feel like it's fairly easy in today's society to get that, if that's all that you're looking for, right? But it could be with someone you trust, someone you say, oh my gosh, someone you trust, someone you feel safe with, someone who trusts your body, okay? Maybe some of you are manifesting how to speak better. I don't freaking know, but that's crazy that I keep messing up my words. Like, how annoying. Okay, so maybe you guys are manifestation, oh my gosh. Maybe you guys are manifesting better speech. You know, maybe you're going to school to learn more words, or to go to school for like writing or, literature or something like that, But anyway, let us get some cards out to confirm some of these things that's coming through. Okay, so already we're getting 18 plus activities, okay, with someone you feel safe with. Okay, someone who I feel like respects you is something. Now that's a little hard to find in today's society. Everyone just thinks it's a game, that people's bodies belong to them. It's just very weird out here. There's all these things going around, STDs and so it's kind of like it's hard out here for someone who wants true connection, but is also freaking HORNYAF. Okay? So it's like, hey, you're manifesting a good hunching session. Kudos to you. I support it. Now let's get into this deck and see what comes through. I'm going to pull from two tarot decks, because I get very excited when double cards come out. That's just extra confirmation. At the bottom, we have Three of Wands, okay? And look at how it's something she's hoping for with all her chest. She's hoping and praying for this thing. Three of Wands would also mean travel as well. You could be manifestation, oh my freaking gosh. You could be manifesting a trip to go see somebody, to get your hunch on. This could be a long distance connection or a long distance situationship, whatever you want to call it. And of course, with life being so busy these days, we don't have the funds or the time to just get up and go fly out and get hunched on and then come back home, right? So you're manifesting someone who is like maybe far away from you, or manifesting something that seems so far away, okay? But Three of Wands is the next step on your journey to get it. And look at the freaking, under that we have the Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true. Live in a constant state of gratitude. And look what she's doing. She's literally traveling in an RV. Like, what else can I tell you? And then under that, we have the Eight of Cups. And then the Cozy Witch. You could be manifesting a new beginning. You could be manifesting a new person, honestly. Because with the Eight of Wands, it means you walked away from something. You traveled away from something. You moved somewhere. And now you're kind of manifesting something with someone new. At the bottom of the deck, we have another card. We have the World, which means the end of a cycle. And then we also have the Fool here. So an ending and a beginning. And that's coming through in more ways than one, okay? So we have the World, the end of the Major Arcana, and the Fool, the beginning of the Major Arcana. And then in another way, we have the Eight of Cups, walking away from something, and the Nine of Cups, finding something that your heart has been longing for. So the Eight of Cups is kind of like, if you want to use it in a relationship standpoint, is you found someone, they're cute, they're your type, right? They make a decent amount of money, but there's something missing in the connection. There's something you want even more. There's a person you crave even more than this person. Maybe this person doesn't have the stability you crave in a relationship, but they're a good guy, right? They're cute enough, right? And it's kind of like you could stay in this connection where you're kind of semi-satisfied, or you could leave them, 8 of Cups, and then go in search of your whole shebang, which is the 9 of Cups. And that is what this 3 of Wands is, insinuating, you going on a pursuit to find better than what you have right now. And Cups has to do with emotions, relationships, connections with people around us, family, friends, romantic partners. So it's definitely giving you walked away from someone where it was kind of like mid, it was subpar, it was okay, it was whatever. I could have stayed here, I would have been comfortable, I would have been semi-happy, that's cool. Or I could have left and went looking for this 9 of Cups with this 3 of Wands coming through here, and hoping against all hope that I didn't leave behind something good to go find something better, and there's nothing better out there, is the kind of vibe coming through. But I feel like with 9 of Cups coming out, you are going to find that something better, whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's a situationship, whether it's somebody to hunch on, right? And with the Cups card being the only cards coming out with the Wands, it's definitely giving emotional safety and fulfillment, as well as, your physical desires being met. So that could have been something. I just saw 5 of 5, so that's my confirmation. 555. I'm gonna say that again slowly for anyone who thinks I talk too fast, and sometimes I do, and I apologize for that. But it's giving you were emotionally okay with this person, and then the extracurricular 18+ activities were okay. Right? Nothing too good, nothing too horrible. It was mid, it was right? And you're kind of like, this is not what I want for the rest of my life. Someone who's just like mid, someone's like, no, I want my mind to be blown, and that's fair. And you could be like, I could risk this relationship and break up with this person and move away, and leave them, right? And never find someone who gives me that, explosive kind of finish that I'm looking for. And that's something you're taking a chance on, right? You're ending something. It could be something pretty serious with the World card coming out, and starting something new. You're going on a new journey, okay? In hopes of finding something better. So let's see what else comes through. This was just the bottom of the deck energy. And then we also have 9 of Cups as well, which is crushes, falling deeper in love with someone, action speaking louder than words. Because someone could say, I like you, but they're not showing you that. That could also be something else that's coming through. You left a relationship where the person was like, oh, I love you, I like you, da 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 da, and they were never showing it. The 9 of Cups is going to best believe show you how he feels, okay? He's going to romanticize every moment with you, make you feel cherished, compliment you down, right? That's something coming through as well. And look at how this person literally putting a heart in the sand. I'm also hearing drawing a line in the sand. That could be something you did with someone before you drew a line in the sand. Because under all these cards, as if those weren't enough, we have the 8 of Swords, which is stressing out and not seeing a way out of the situation you're in. Even though there is a way out, you're kind of trapping yourself. So it's like, I know I'm not happy with this person, but I don't want to risk being lonely and to leave them, right? I don't want to risk being lonely if I leave them. So that sounds better. You're just like, oh, you're stressed, and you're just like, oh, I don't know what way to move forward, and that kind of energy is what's coming through. I don't want to hurt anyone. That could also be something coming through as well, because this person's such a good guy, but it's like, I don't know. You gotta do what's best for you, because you're not being fair to that person, knowing that you could be everything they ever dreamed of. And you're not being fair to yourself or them, honestly, because they think everything's great. The whole time you're holding this little candle, like, I think I need to take it somewhere else, right? And, you're not pleasing yourself because you're not getting what you want, but they could be getting everything they want. It's kind of like, right? Especially for my women, because it is much harder for us to get there, if you know what I mean. Okay, men, as long as they can get it up, child, they finish in no matter what, for the most part, 99% of the time. There are some men who are different, but most of them, as long as they, any little thing they do, it's easy for them to kind of, get to the finish line. Women, it's much harder, and it takes mental stimulation, it takes foreplay, lots of it. It takes work, someone who wants to please her. Right? It's hard out here. It's hard to find men like that, because a lot of people are selfish, right? Or women like that, whatever you're into. It's hard to find people who truly love pleasing and giving to their partner instead of just being there for their own selfish satisfaction. It's hard out here. Okay? So that's something that's coming through. And I'm like, I'm trying to remember what song it is, but I can't remember what song it is. I know it's a rap song. I'm trying to remember who it could be by, but at the end of the song, someone says like so aggressively, they'll turn on you, your family, something will turn on you, like something like that. So I'm like, huh? And it's kind of like the last little part of the song. And I'm like, this is so unexpected. They'll turn on you. Your family Negroes will turn on you. Like at the very, very end of the song. And I'm like, what? And I'm trying to remember what song that could be, but it's not coming through. That part was playing like very, aggressively in my mind. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna say though. Like you guys think, men are like, oh, he's such a nice guy, da da da. Forgetting that at the end of the day, they're men and they have this animal inside of them. Most men, all men do, okay? Because we are part animal. No matter how much we want to say we're not, we are part hunter. We are part do whatever it takes to survive. I feel like we as women, I'm talking for women here, or just myself, whatever, we're so like hesitant to leave a man or break their heart or make them feel bad. But if the shoe were on the other foot, that person would drop you today and go find someone better really quickly if they weren't truly happy. They cheat on you. That's what the song's kind of saying. They'll rat on you. Your family Negroes will rat on you. Like I'm like, what song is that? Still not coming through, but it's kind of like men will turn on you with a drop of a dime. So it's better if you to do what you need to do and put you first, because they would if the shoes on the other foot, essentially. Okay, so let's get into it. Your next successful manifestation. What are you manifesting? Your next successful manifestation, please, Spirit. Can you give us some indicators for their next successful manifestation? We have toxic witches. This is the devil. Wow. I should have said it, bro. I don't even need to. You either believe me or you don't. I was thinking the only thing I would need to confirm that sexual energy coming through immediately in the reading is the devil. And I was like, in order for this message to be confirmed, but Spirit heard me in my head anyway, because I said it in my head. I'm like, what I need to confirm this message would be the devil, because that's the kind of naughty card in the tarot deck. I think it's one of the only ones. That and maybe the Lovers, you can consider it that way. But I'm like, the devil always talks about, grown folk things, okay? Either that or what cards represent Scorpio. None of the cards that represent Scorpio give anything spicy, right? Only the devil will tell you that. So I'm glad it's here. So your next manifestation is a spicy encounter. Okay, that is the only way I'm taking the devil, because the devil can mean like addiction and, harmful patterns. Then here we have judgment. And it's funny how I was talking about Scorpio rule cards, and judgment is a Scorpio rule card. So this is 8th house energy coming out now. Okay, so these two together are giving me a very clear image of what's coming through. Okay, and now I'm hearing the song from Christina Aguilera, come on over, baby. Like you reach your head out the window, like, come on over, come on up, right? This is funny. Oh my gosh. And you know what else I'm hearing? I know I can't be the only one. There's this guy, right? I think he's like a white guy. I don't know his name. I could probably find the video if I wanted to. But this is guy, right? He he drives around playing the raunchiest little audio bite ever from like a black lady. And I know she's reading or narrating some kind of spicy book, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but he basically rides around playing to like gas stations. He parks there, pretends he's waiting for someone and leaves the window wide open, puts the volume on the highest, and plays naughty audio clips, just to see what the men mostly are standing there would do or say. And sometimes the men look on and like, they're like perplexed, like what's going on. Some of them like pretend they're not listening, but they are listening. It's just the funniest thing ever, because it's always the same clip. And it's like this older black lady obviously narrating a story. And she's like, Miss Shanetta, she thought he lost it. I have to put this hot honey muffler on that man. I'm like, what are you yo? She's like a southern accent. You could tell she's an older black lady, and she's just narrating the craziest parts of this book. And I'm just like, huh? She had to put her hot honey who on why and where? And he goes around blasting it from his car, and men are just like, huh? And you could tell they're expecting to see a woman when they turn around, and when they see this white guy listen to this black older lady narrate these things, they're just like, what is going on? It is the funniest thing, but I'm hearing her in my mind, and what she says is very raunchy, okay? So you guys are getting down and dirty for real. And I was not expecting this, okay? I'm seeing also the traditional Rider-Waite image or depiction of the devil, which is two people bound and shackled to his, whatever you want to call it, to his chair, his lair, to his throne, whatever. And I think, and they're naked looking at each other. So it's like, you know, sexual tension could be coming through as well. And it's kind of like spirit is like, we're rewarding your patience here, and we're giving you this encounter that you've been wanting, right? And this could lead to something more. We shall see. Because I feel like if judgment is involved and spirit is involved, then it could be something that's like just a wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups coming through, or a new beginning to something. Because we also have the Fool, right? It's the end of something and it's the start of something new. So let's see what else is coming through for my group. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So someone could be messaging you. Or this is also kind of giving eureka moment, epiphany moment, like completion, like see the light, a finish, if you know, if you get my drift, okay? That's definitely coming through, because that is when, like, I don't know how to explain, like, when, like, it's like I'm hearing like a burst of light, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing a very sharp gasp as well, so that could be something coming through. I'm getting very, very, very inappropriate, like, sounds and images in my mind. I'm like, am I really gonna go here? Am I really gonna go there? Okay, so there is, I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm gonna try to keep this as innocent as I can, okay? So basically, right, there is, when you're in the act, you're in the mood or in the act with someone, you could be kissing them, whatever. And you know you're aroused, everything's ready and good to go. And it's the first time it slips in, right? And it's like the gas, like it's like I saw it on social media, okay? And I'm like, is that a universal experience or something? Because I'm like, why y'all gotta post the most intimate parts of what be going on between people in the bedroom chat, okay? But basically they're like, when he slips the tip in, or when he, like, that first penetrating, whatever you call it, the gasp every girl releases. I'm like, every girl, speak for yourself. But I'm like, it's obviously some kind of universal experience. That gasp, that euphoria is what this Ace of Swords is giving me, okay? That's what I meant to say. So, child, y'all are just in this group here, okay? Y'all manifesting to a nice hot time, okay, with someone. Whew, child, this is definitely a precursor to a reading that's been on my mind lately. We're going to get into it one of these days, okay? But toxic witches say, be cautious of those who take more than they give. And it's funny how I was mentioning you being with people who take more than they give. This originally came out in reverse, if I remember correctly. I don't remember what happened 2 minutes ago, child, but I think it was in reverse. And I'm like, that, and then I got excited and said, this is the card that I said me to come out. You know, you remember that a few minutes ago? That's what's coming through. But it did come out in reverse. So it's giving, be cautious of those who take more than they give. It's giving, you're finally getting this in reverse. So it's like, be cautious of those who give more than you give, maybe, right? You could be getting a giver, right? But Judgment says, all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. It's giving, like I said, fated events. That's what the Judgment card represents for me. Even though the major arcana in its entirety represents fated events, this card in particular represents things coming into your life for a specific reason. To test you, maybe, right? To see if you're ready to get to the next card, which would be the World card, which did come out in the beginning. Are you ready to end this cycle? Maybe they're going to send you a false person, like, hey, this person, they're so tempting to you. But the devil, exactly, the devil's temptation as well. Whoo, child, y'all in for a treat or a surprise, okay? So it's kind of like, we're going to give them this person they've been wanting for the longest time. And if they can hold out for like maybe a week without doing anything or jumping on this person, or, you know, getting intimate with this person, then we'll give them somebody even better or something like that. It's kind of giving that. Judgment does represent a test. So just beware of that as well. This person could test your celibacy. This person could test your abstinence, and spirit is like, we're doing this on purpose to see if you're really ready to end out this cycle of your life of really, like, you know, holding back, holding off once you are faced with someone who is truly tempting. Okay, are you willing to say, no, let's wait, I want to be more serious first, right? Are you willing to put you first truly? And then if you are, that's this eureka moment where something new comes in, right? This is also giving, I don't really like, this is giving the complete opposite of the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a nice big thicken, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, shove, shove. Look at how little this is in her hands. Look how her small and little. I don't like that, okay? And that could be, yo, this reading is getting crazy. I can't. Can you imagine if you, like, you know, think this person is so sexy and just go against all the beliefs you built up over the past few years in your celibacy or abstinence, and you're like, this is the hottest person I've ever seen. He gonna knee me down real good. She gonna pee me down real good. Just to do it with the person that's trash and it's little, muy pequeño. Oh Lord, Father. Like, can you imagine that? It's like, if you pass this test, good things will come. If you don't pass this test, you're going to be disappointed, okay? That's just what I'm getting. Okay, take it or leave it. You don't have to resonate with that part, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. The judgment does represent test, where your judgment will be tested, okay? Do you have good judgment when it comes to giving your body to people? If you do, you'll get a reward. Ace of Swords, some enlightenment, a eureka moment. It's kind of like an opening of a door, and the light is so bright and blinding behind it, and it's what you've been waiting for. That door will open once you pass this test of temptation, exactly. So you're going to be tempted with someone, okay? They may be a little toxic, but they may be right up your alley, just your type. And if things go well, right, and you know things move too fast and you go back into your old habits and old ways, spirit will know, oop, you're not ready to go to the next door. The door is shut, and he ends little. Can you imagine? I would be pissed. Or you can hold your ground, stick to your guns, tell this person, no, I don't do this, I don't do that, I need to be in a relationship, whatever. Okay, and when you do, that's when this door will open because you passed the test, right? That's coming through very strongly, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have Justice coming through, which is definitely giving you will be rewarded for standing your ground or passing the test, right? Justice, things will be fair. Spirit is not going to put something and dangle something in front of you without giving you some kind of, you know, reprieve or giving you some kind of reward for, sorry, I just saw something, you know, giving you some kind of reward for passing the test, right? And then we also have the Hermit card at the bottom of that, which is like something that must be done on your own. So it's giving staying single, relinquishing and releasing temptation, right? Saying no. And when you say no, then you'll be kind of rewarded after that. This is a very weird message, but you're manifesting some Disney, okay? Or some Toontanti. Either way, who knows? I should have kept those down. We'll keep those down and pull some more cards to see if we get any repeats. Okay. Let's get some more cards from this deck here to see what you're manifesting before we get into the how will it manifest and how will it make you feel. Here we have, hold on. You could be manifesting a King of Swords, okay? That card, those cards flew out. What are they manifesting? We have Six of Swords. We have Four of Cups. Look at that. You're manifesting being able to move on. You're manifesting healing. You're manifesting peace, okay? You're manifesting peace after a hard time. After, I'm hearing a bridge over troubled waters. So you're going to be manifesting a bridge over troubled waters by doing what? Being disinterested, not giving in. This is very interesting. This is not what I was expecting at all. I've never done a reading like this, but I like things that I've never done before. It's very exciting, all right? But that's what I'm kind of getting here. You're going to be able to move forward and find something better, this bridge over this troubled water or, you know, troubled time that you've been having, if you only do what they ask and show some kind of, you know, resistance, or I'm hearing consternation, like not letting your walls break or not letting yourself fold is kind of the vibe that I'm getting as well. And then we have Three of Wands coming through again. And Wands is, like I said, a very, sensual energy, right? So exploring something with someone. Maybe it's the next thing you're manifesting is like a freaking whole, I'm hearing a SEX spree, right? Where you're just able to go here and there and eat. It could be with one person. It could be one people. The world may never know. But whatever you're into, honestly, this is not, to constrict you or try to hold your, sexuality hostage. Spirit is just like, where you can't keep giving yourself to these people, or be seen your patience, right? We've seen your patience and we're going to reward you now, okay? But exploration, okay? And it's kind of like you could be getting multiple people, okay? For those of you who are interested in... oh, gosh. Extracurricular activities with more than 2 people. That could be something you're manifesting as well. You could be... Like, I love this for y'all. Y'all are just out here. I love people who are free when it comes to sexuality because period up. You could be someone who's manifesting something with more than 2 people, okay? You're manifesting 2 different people. But what I am really being called to in this Three of Wands card here is the fact that this person is holding one of the wands. And there's 2 other wands that are around this person that are standing at attention, but they're only touching one wand, okay? So you can have your options, your pick of the litter, and you end up choosing maybe just one person, okay? Or 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to fool. And here we have strength. So you're manifesting strength in this situation of temptation. The Three of Wands also does represent moving forward. After making a hard decision. Sorry, I took a pause there for dramatic effect, I guess. Moving forward after making a challenging or difficult decision. So it's kind of like we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is always about making decisions. It's expansion. It's exploration. It's exploring thing 1 and exploring thing 2. And then the Three of Wands is now being able to choose between thing 1 and thing 2 and seeing which one do you want. Do you want this thing or do you want that thing? And that's where you're going to move forward along that path, because 2s represent choices, right? And 3 also represents like creativity as well. But 3s also in tarots, but more specifically represent third-party situations. So it could definitely mean you being caught up between 2 different people, or, like I said, not her, because this is not her, but this person here is surrounded by 3 wands, right? And they're only holding one of them. So you're being given a choice between 3 different people and you choose just one person, okay? Okay, let's see. What else is going to come next? How will it make you feel? No, how will it come to be? That's what it was supposed to be about. We have the moon, so you're not supposed to know. It's a bit of mystery. It can happen at night, of course. The moon represents that as well. The moon is also Cancer energy. Pisces in the tarot deck. So Pisces or Cancer. Look, we have 2 of Cups. How will it make you feel? 5 of Cups is sadness. But we have 2 of Cups as well. It did come out in reverse, so honorable mention to that being in reverse. But here we have the moon. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the 5 of Cups. How will it come to be? After a period of sadness, you're not going to be expecting it. So you're going to be in a period of sadness. We have the moon here. So it's like a darkness is like surrounding you or casted over, like a brain fog, for example. That could be something coming through when you're having brain fog. Things seem unclear. The road forward is kind of hard, because that's funny, because right before the 3 of Wands, like I said, there's a decision that must be made. And you're kind of like, I don't know what's a decision to make. I don't know what to do, right? And then you're kind of like, okay, I have to keep moving forward. I have to keep pushing. This could be after a state of like depression or being lonely. A 5 of Cups is like not a fleeting sadness, but it's like something that can be easily fixed. It's not something that you should be like crying over. Like, it's like crying over spilled milk. It doesn't make any sense, right? That's why the saying was made up, because it's like you're crying over spilled milk. There's going to be more milk where that came from, right? As opposed to the 3 of Swords, which is like a heartbreak, a betrayal, where someone actively did something to you. A 5 of Cups is kind of like wallowing in self-pity. I can't find anyone. I'm single. All my friends are in connections. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, that's easily fixable, And then we have the Two of Cups. So like, how will this come to be? It could come to be through a connection in your life. Maybe your friend sets you up on a blind date, or you meet this person at a dating event or something like that, because Two of Cups is dating. So there has to be something about dating involved in this. How will it come to be? So we have at nighttime, at a dating event, when you're feeling sad or maybe not up to it. Maybe your friends drag you out on a date night. Maybe your third wheeling could be something coming through as well, because that would make sense with the Three of Wands. There's three wands surrounding her, right? But you just so happen to catch something of your own. It's kind of reminding me of a night that happened to me has it been years since, like I think 2 years ago, when I was going to this event with my best friend, and she was with her significant other, her partner, and I was just sitting there third wheeling. I think we all came together, we all drove, he drove, and I was just like, okay, I guess I'm tagging along. Like, I'm like, we still have fun. It doesn't really matter if I'm with them or not with them, but it's kind of like you can feel the singleness even more when when you're with a couple. When it's just you and your friend, even if they are single or in a connection, it's like it's just us. But when you're actively third wheeling someone because they're holding hands and walking and you're just walking by yourself, it can be felt, right? We went to this event and we were like upstairs playing games by ourselves, you know what I mean? Just the three of us. And then here comes the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life. He comes in, has long hair, very quirky. He's a Cancer, which is funny because I mentioned Cancer. He came in, like, asked to play, and I'm like, yeah, sure, come and play. And when he first came in, I wasn't sure if he liked me or whatever. Not that that's not what we were there for. We were there just like, play, have a good time. But I'm like, you came and asked, and then you were like sitting next to me, you were joking, and I liked him. His personality was really cute. And he was cute too. So I'm like, okay, period, but I wasn't sure if he liked me back. But we were talking, and then like I think I felt less alone because I wasn't third wheel anymore. I had my own guy to talk to this time, even though he wasn't my guy, but he was, you know what I mean? And then I think a little bit after that, when we got sick of playing the games, we all went up to the roof because it was like summer, and we were talking. My best friend walked off with her guy, and I was just sitting there, and he was asking me all these questions, wanted to get to know me. So it kind of felt like a date, but it wasn't a date because we weren't on a date. It was just like we met each other, and we were talking, having a good conversation, and then we like went out after. We moved on from the first place to the next place, and he like paid for everything. I'm like, oh, okay, period. And he was like, just doing like really nice things. And we kind of went out after that to another place, and we went to karaoke, and he sang like a song from Shrek, and then he sang the Pokemon song. And I'm like, yo, where did this guy come from? He is the cutest thing I've ever seen. He just did not care. He was just wholeheartedly himself. And I'm like, that is just, I love this. I love this. I was having the time of my life, and I didn't even notice that I wasn't a third wheel anymore, so it felt really good. And then after that, my friend was like, oh, we're going back to Brooklyn. I'm like, oh, you can go. I'm going to stay with him. We're going to hang out. And he ended up driving me home, you know what I mean? There were some things that went down. He was kissing, all that. But that's one of the best nights I can ever imagine having. And the thing that sucks about it is he had to move back to Chicago because he wasn't from New York. I'm like, no, my Shayla. But it was the cutest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I'm just like, yeah, those were one of the nights I'll never forget. And that's kind of what's coming through here. You go out somewhere with friends, a couple. It's nighttime, right? You weren't expecting to meet someone. You were kind of sad because you were third wheeling, and then boom, you meet somebody. You spend the whole night with them, and things go great. There wasn't no hanky panky. Don't play in my face, okay? But there was some kissing. There was some hand holding. He was holding my hand the whole time. We walked like 30 minutes to the next spot. Even though he had a car, we had to walk 30 minutes back. We took the train. We took the train back closer because my friend's guy had drove, and so did he. And I'm like, okay, you got your own car? Let me stop. I was on cloud nine, y'all. And that's kind of like how that one particular night came to be. That's the same vibe that I'm getting for you guys here. You go out, you're a little sad, you're third wheeling, and then boom, this person just ends up, you weren't expecting to meet anybody, and here they come, here they go, right? That's the vibe that I'm getting from these three cards paired together, okay? And it's like an instant connection, because even after that, when I was talking about him to my friend, she was like, he came in and kind of targeted right onto you. And I'm like, really? I was kind of, I didn't think he liked me at all. And she was like, yeah, he came in and he was like, immediately knew he wanted. He walked right over to you. And I'm like, oh, period. So so it was the cutest thing ever. So that could be something that happens for you guys as well. That's kind of like how the best way I could explain it with these three cards coming out together. Now, I guess we're going to move on to now how it makes you feel and see what comes out for that. I'm hearing the bell of the ball. So it looks like someone like intentionally chose you because you're you, not because they're thirsty and feeding and want somebody to, you know, hook up with. So for my group 3s, how does this next successful manifestation make them feel? Lord, did you see the way that card flew? It's okay to cry. 3 of Swords. Interesting. It can make you very emotional. It can bring up old wounds, is what I just heard as well. Maybe this person will remind you of someone you've known before, someone that broke your heart. For some of you, this could be someone who broke your heart. Come on. We have the Empress. Yeah, this person brings up, we have 2 3s coming through. And 3s were very prominent in this reading, first and foremost. We got 3 of Wands twice, okay? And then we have 2 3s coming up. Then we have the 9 of Wands. So this is like, I'm hearing kind of like renews your belief in maybe love or something like that is what I'm hearing, because the 9 of Wands is like the card of like not giving up, of continuing to fight, right? Scooch that down. So we have, it brings up a lot of emotions. It could bring up past hurts, past wounds, okay? Past heartbreaks, right? That could be something you talk about, right? With this person. Here we have the Empress, which is also, but even so, even with those, you know, heavy emotions on your heart, this person could maybe nurture them and make you feel better about them, make you feel good, give you a hug, right? Something like that. This person makes you feel safe enough to cry, because that's what it says. It's okay to cry. And then the Empress says there's beauty to be found in every experience. So maybe it doesn't last forever, right? Like the guy who had to go back to freaking Chicago, you know? But that night would be one I'll remember forever, and it renewed my hope that those feelings are possible. The chemistry was chemistry. He was treating me right. Like this person will be treating you right. The chemistry will be there, and it's kind of renewing your hope that this kind of love is out there. Do not give up. And those little moments happen, you know? A perfect night with a perfect stranger, like, come on now. Is kind of what this could be coming through as. Maybe it's not like your next manifestation could be this night and it could lead to something else. But like I said, Spirit is like, there's a little test, there's a little catch-22 in here. You're going to meet the God that fulfills everything, your temptation, your desire. But Spirit is like, don't do anything right away, right? Kind of hold off a little bit. Just to see, because some people come through as, oh, I'm your Prince Charming Knight in Shining Armor vibes, but they're really not, right? They're the devil in disguise, and we don't want that for us. Okay, group 1, I don't want that for you. Spirit don't want that for you either. So there's a sense of having some discernment with the Judgment card coming through, right? And then we have the 9 of Wands, which is not giving up. So like I said, this scenario here is kind of giving me, you're given this dream person, because 9 of Cups came through, this dream encounter, dream date, dream night, right? But they're like, hey, there's a catch in here. Don't do too much. Don't get too crazy, right? Or it could be a test to not close in on yourself, right? Because this is how you're going to feel emotional. Because we have the 3 of Swords, which I did mention when the 5 of Cups came out. But then we also had strength somewhere. Where do we have strength? What question was this? Your next manifestation being strong. So something's coming in for you guys, but it's going to take you having some strength. That's also Leo vibes coming through. So the Empress is Taurus and Libra. We had Cancer or Pisces coming through with the moon, okay? Any other major arcana that came out for you guys? I believe there was the World came through for you guys. The World is fixed signs again. So Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Leo coming through again. We had more. Judgment is Scorpio. The Devil's Capricorn. And what card is this over here? Ace of Swords doesn't really have a sign. Like, I don't want to bombard you with signs. So the signs sticking out to me are Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, because it came through twice in the World energy and then in the Empress energy. So that's what your next manifestation is giving. We're going to get some clarifier cards to see what else is coming through for you guys. Jeez Louise. Here we have Sweetheart. So your next manifestation is a sweetheart. I'm hearing like maybe I'm hearing a sweetheart is like, sweetheart, hey sweetheart is like a nickname. But what I'm hearing is like the Valentine's Day where people give you sweet notes and ask you to be there as their Valentine. That kind of sweetheart is coming through. So you may get a sweet heart. So your person may have a sweetheart. Okay. Like that's what's coming through for you guys. What else are they manifesting next? We have a surprise. Yep, that's that confirmation for you're not going to be able to tell or you're not going to see it coming. Just great. Here we have a room. This could happen in a room. It's kind of giving restaurant or it's giving at home as well. You could go, or a hotel room, not hotel, motel. Relax. We have wedding. Very interesting. This could happen at a wedding. Or this is the person you may end up marrying as well. I'm hearing Vegas. Maybe some of you are get impulsive and elope with this person first day. And then we have gift. Ooh. A gift. That's very exciting. So look, we have surprise and we have gift. I love that. Yeah, this next manifestation is a gift for you, for your hard work, for your perseverance, for your patience. Your next successful manifestation could be a wedding for some of you. And all of this is just the lead up to that wedding, right? Let me get some cards from this deck here and see what comes through. This room is definitely giving like honeymoon suite as well. Group 1, please, Spirit. Group 1, their next manifestation. I'll just take these two. Don't need this reading to be too long. We have, yes, luck is on your side. How beautiful. And then we have cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. This is the World, the Fool coming through. 8 of Cups, walk away from something. 9 of Cups coming right on in after that to replace it, right? Because you had the courage, that strength energy, period. Because you have the courage to leave something behind that wasn't enough for you to go find something better, knowing that you lost what you could have had forever, right? You took a risk and it works out in your favor. Here is what your next manifestation is kind of giving, okay? But like I said, it's spirit-led here. This next venture, this next adventure you go on is definitely giving spirit-led, or they're going to be there by your side. Okay, beautiful, gorgeous. Okay, so thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe, all those good things. If this reading resonated with you, please share as well if you feel called to do so. Or just copy the link if you don't really want to share with somebody. Just copy the link. It'll count as a share. Shoot. Okay. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me. It's going email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. I almost called you group 1s. Some of you can feel called to group 1. Welcome to your reading if you chose thumbnail image 2 or however you find your way here. Today's reading is going to be about your next successful manifestation. What are you manifesting next, essentially? How will it come into your life? How will it come to be? And how will it make you feel? Okay? We're going to get into all of that, so buckle up, get cozy, get comfortable. I can't promise this reading is going to be short or long. Just bear with me, okay? And let's get right into it. So immediately when I was shuffling your cards, the sun kept peeking out at me, okay? And I'm like, what does the sun have to do with manifestation? It's so broad, like happiness, okay? Happiness can come in many different forms and shapes, okay? And then I started hearing a song from Beauty and the Beast, okay? And I'm not sure if it's from the original cartoon animated movie or if it's only from the live action one, okay? But it's called Days in the Sun. And it's like, days in the sun, where my life had barely begun. Not until my whole life is won or done will I ever leave you. Will I tremble again to my dear one's gorgeous refrain? So this is kind of giving me getting out of depression kind of energy. I don't know how to say it without it being so like, there you go, right? It's kind of like, so for example, Days of the Sun is a song sang by most of the cast that were turned into objects in the castle, the people who were under a curse, right? And they were never able to go outside or feel the sunlight on their face because they were just like, too busy cleaning or just like doing their job in this how can I describe it? I was gonna say utensil form. No, in this item form, they weren't human. They were objects. Okay, so they were clocks. They were fluffers. They were pianos. They were dressers. They were candelabras. They were what you gonna call it, utensils, right? So they were just stuck in the castle under this curse with the prince for who knows how long. I forget how many years they were under this curse. And when they're singing that song, they're just like, I wish I could have one more day in the sun, right? And that's kind of what's coming through for you guys. It's like you're coming out, you're blooming out of this feeling or period of being in the dark. So it could mean a loss of purpose, not knowing what you're meant to do, where you're meant to go next, or it could just be depression where every day you wake up is like a cloud that's over you, kind of keeping you muted, sad, what is it called? I'm hearing retrospective, stuck in the past, or apathetic, right? Monotone is kind of giving me those commercials. When we were growing up, the allergy commercials where they would have the before taking Claritin and Clear, right? Where everything was like fuzzy and fuzzy, I meant to say. And then you'd have the after Claritin Clear where everything was more bright and you could actually see things. That's kind of what's coming through. Sight, clarity, maybe happiness, something blooming out of the fog. You could be blooming out of the fog. That's what's coming through for you guys. So let's see what specifically comes through. What are my group 2 successfully manifesting next? Their next successful manifestation. What are they manifesting? Please, Spirit, what are they manifesting? Oh, what is that? Look at that. 2 of Swords. Something coming out of a crossroad. And then we have Indecisive Witch. And what was I saying about finding the clarity to make a decision and finally move forward with something? That's coming through. So you could be stuck at the moment, not knowing what to do, where to go next. And your clarity, the path forward is coming through for you guys. And then we have this Hierophant. I love how we have her holding her hand to her chin like, Like, obviously, these 2 little young witches are asking her a question while they're in this metaphysical shop. Like, what crystal to buy? What crystal is best used for this? What herb is best used for this? What should I buy or use or concoct if I'm lost and don't really know how to go or know where to go? And there's certain things called road opener, like spells or concoctions, you know, where you put a bunch of herbs together. You can kind of dress your candle with the herbs and the oils and then light the candle for yourself and your road should open. But it takes like practice and it takes expertise, right? Which is why most people pay root workers to do it for them instead of just doing it themselves, right? Well, that's what this kind of gives me, a road opener spell, where you're going to someone who is more experienced than you and asking them for some help. With the Hierophant coming through, someone who could be a spiritual practitioner, like I said, a root worker, someone who identifies as a witch, someone who's like, you know what I mean, maybe even a tarot reader or something. You're asking for some kind of guidance, right? So you see how sometimes I do those readings about career, like what career would best fit you, right? How can you best make money? Those readings don't do so well, which I don't understand why, because doesn't everyone want to make more money? And those readings are trying to help you do that, right? But so instead of you going to a general reading on YouTube, you could probably, what do they call it? Comp a reader yourself to do a specific reading based on you. What job would best make you happy? What job would make you the best money? What are you destined? What did you come here to do? And that reading could help you find some, some guidance, but you have to ask someone who knows more about the subject than you do. So someone who helps people find careers, maybe you take a career quiz that they have to, or aptitude tests, whatever they make kids take, in some schools back in the days. Like, what are you good at? Like, what do you want to do? Like, there's something about you not really knowing what to do, and it could be leading to you feeling really stuck in life and really unhappy. And you're just like, what am I supposed to do? And you go to someone for help and they help you kind of find that answer. So the Hierophant could also just mean you becoming the spiritual master you've always been meant to become. That sounds better. One more card. Your next successful manifestation. An ascension. Maybe right now you're at a crossroads and you're going to be manifesting that next chapter. And here we have 7 of Cups, so options. Very interesting. Yeah, this is definitely feeling more like job options, career options, maybe even love options. You went from having no prospects to having people chasing after you. And it was after you had this road opener done. I'm keep hearing road opener. And I was like, when I first heard it, I'm like, what the heck is a road opener? And then it's kind of like whatever is blocking you is removed from your path. Whether it's yourself or it's other people, whatever is blocking your path is going to be opened. You know what I mean? But the Seven of Cups is like daydreaming, heart's desires sometimes as well. Like you wanting everything but having nothing. You want the money, the smarts, the looks, the riches, whatever, and the clout, the pull, the house, the kids, the husband, the wife. You want everything. Seven of Cups. How do I start, or where do I start to get that? Okay? And that's kind of what's coming through as your next manifestation, the way forward. You find some kind of solution to help you move forward, okay? So if you've been thinking about it, that's your cue to hire that tarot reader, hire that hoodoo worker. You know what I mean? To help you find your path. Hire that freaking life coach, right? That kind of thing is what's coming through. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the patient witch in reverse. No more waiting, no more being patient. It's time for you to take action, to make moves, is what that's telling me specifically. So I'm going to get some more cards from this deck here. I'm also hearing mastery. So some of you could be mastering something. But the indecisive witch says, wake up. What is it that you truly want? Exactly. What is it that you truly want? It's as simple as that. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want more benefits, more vacation days, the money to vacation. Like, you know, that kind of thing is coming through. And then we have the Hierophant, which says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. So thinking outside of the box, maybe taking the non-traditional route. Maybe asking someone, should I start that business? Should I be a content creator? Should I create full-time? Should I follow my heart's desires? Whatever that may be, no matter how crazy or out there it seems. Should I start that? And sometimes it takes that okay or encouragement from people in your life to do those things. And that's what you're going to be getting. So group 2, please, Spirit. Their next successful man. Wow. We have the Two of Swords again. This is crazy. That's why I love using 2 decks now. I'm going to start keeping that up on this channel because the extra confirmation is right there in your face. The proof is in the pudding, as whoever made that up says, okay? The next successful manifestation, double confirmation that you're going to be making a decision. Here we have the Three of Wands to move forward and go after something you've been wanting to go after for the longest time. I'm hearing getting a clear yes. It's something you're just like, I'm not sure. Yeah, hemming and hawing, and you're gonna get that yes, or that go for it. Or you'd be so good at that. Sometimes all we need is like a little bit of extra confirmation, like, or affirmation. Like, yeah, you'd be so good at that. I think you should do that. Maybe ask friends. The Hierophant is definitely giving. Maybe ask someone who's doing what you want to do already, right? Like a mentor in a way. The Hierophant can definitely mean that. Can be a mentor. I know a card flew out. Don't play in my face. Man, not serious. The card flew over. Here it is. 8 of Pentacles. Mastery. So work. This has to do with work and money. And becoming better at what you want to do. Becoming the expert. Learning more about it. Putting the time and effort in. Hard work. Your next successful manifestation. Triumph over something that was like, threw you for a loop is what I just heard. Like triumph over something that's been throwing you for a loop for the longest time. I feel like the first thing that comes to mind for you would definitely be that thing. Or the first few things. They could all like tie into each other, right? Like I said, I want to have a better life and make more money so I can afford better vacations. I want paid days off. You know what I mean? That kind of thing is what's coming through. I want benefits. I want to be able to go to the doctor. Like, I want those things and not have to pay out of pocket too much. I want to start a family. Like, things like that is what's coming through for you guys. So, very, like, not domesticated, but it has to do with house, home, and work and career. I'm not getting a moving vibe from you guys. I'm just getting an expanding your horizons kind of vibe. Like, doing things that you haven't done before in hopes or in practice of getting you where you want to be one day. Like I said, finding a mentor or or like becoming the person you've always wanted to be. So for example, you have this content creator you love to watch every single day, and she just does her makeup so well. She gets up, takes a 10-minute meditating session, journals for like 30 minutes, but she wakes up an extra hour to make sure she has time for this, right? She gets up, goes for a walk, or walks 30 minutes on her freaking treadmill. Then she takes a shower, gets ready for work, and leaves the house, makes a protein shake, eats her oats and yogurt, and eats so healthy, and that all goes to work, and she's a work girly. And you know, those people who just like post their spend a day with me, and their life just seems so glamorous and so beautiful and so productive, and it leaves you thinking like, what the heck did I do? Like, I don't do nothing. I'm less than, I'm not good enough, da da da. Like, if you see yourself wanting to be exactly where that person's supposed to be, do what they're doing. If you want to live the life they're living, do what they're doing. Get up an hour early, meditate for 10 minutes, journal for 30 minutes. Go walk on your treadmill. If you can't do that, do some exercise in whatever you can do in the house. Turn on a 30-minute workout video on YouTube. Do that for 30 minutes. Then go take a shower. Then come back out from your shower, get dressed, go in the kitchen, make a protein shake, right? Drink that protein shake, eat some food, you know, get your macros and micros, whatever that is. Like, this is nutrition based as well, health. Because health and wellness and body and vitality is very pinnacle-y. And so is Juan. So that makes a lot of sense here. Like, get your macros and micros. And I don't know anything about this. I don't know why these words are coming through, but they just flow out very naturally, right? Then you go to work and you're productive all day. You're typing, you're taking meetings. Like, try to emulate your life as much into what they're doing in their routine and process as you can. And when you start living in what they're doing, then you start becoming more and more like yourself, if that makes any kind of sense at all. There's something here about integration. It's like, before you know it, you become a master at what you were like flailing at. And then working hard, maybe getting a job and finally being able to like put in hours and work and get your money back is definitely the vibe that's coming through as well. Okay, so that's what the manifestation will be. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups, and I love how it has nothing to do with like love really, but more so just emotional contentness and happiness. So it's like waking up every day and doing all that you can to live your best life. Going for walks, going for brunch with the girls, going to the movies. You have the money to, you can, right? You know what I mean? Putting on makeup, beating your face, going, seeing your boyfriend, seeing your this. Like, it's just giving beautiful life. Okay, now we're going to get into, how does this make you feel? Maybe going to therapist. I just heard, and how does that make you feel? Which is a very therapy-based question. Maybe finding help could be something else you're manifesting. Finding help for someone who can get you out of this state you found yourself in. I'm hearing catatonic. What do they even mean? I don't freaking know. Catatonic. How will this successful manifestation make them feel? You have the Tower in reverse. We have 6 of Cups. And let's see what else comes through. How will it make them feel? Group 2. I'm feeling a lot of very tired in your reading. So getting more sleep can be something coming through as well. Like just being a complete bum or couch potato. Nothing? How will it make them feel, please? Not even. How will it come to be? Okay, so that's next. I've been asking how will it make you feel. And not how will it come to be, right? Yes. So it's going to help you feel grounded. It's going to help you feel like you found the path. You found the way forward. Because The Tower card being in reverse is kind of like you were falling down and now you're falling up, if that makes sense. So like you're falling down from like a 20-story building. There's no freaking cushion or anywhere for you to fall gracefully or beautifully or even survive, right? Even if you brace for impact. Then we have this Tower card in reverse, which is giving you're falling up instead. Take the Tower card and flip it up. So instead of you falling down from something, you're falling down into, or you're falling, everything's falling into place, essentially, is kind of what's coming through. All the things that may have seemed like a disaster before are either reaping benefits, or there's like a new opportunities coming through here. But I'm definitely hearing like more smiles, more happiness, more time spent with like people who you actually care about is definitely a vibe coming through as well. Then also for how it make you feel, we have the Six of Cups, like coming home, right? And I kind of feel like there's something about like I've heard it so many times already. Like I said in another reading, we crave certain things so badly because on some level we know that we already have those things, which is why we know you want kids because we have them somewhere in the multiverse, which is why we know you want to get married because on the cellular level we know that our freaking other dimension counterparts are having the same thing. On some level we know that we crave things so much because we already have it in the future somewhere, and that's kind of like what's coming through for you guys. You've been yearning for these things so much to the point where it's kind of making you depressed because your soul's like, why do we have this so good thing in this life, but we don't have it in this one, this dimension, this universe? Like, why? And the reason why we crave it so badly is because we already have it. And a part of us knows that. So they're saying, keep craving, keep asking. It's out there. It's real. You're going to have it. But it just takes some co-creating on your part. Flowers, making yourself very comfortable. The flowers coming through here in the Six of Cups can simply mean people are giving your flowers the recognition you deserve. And it could be from people you've always wanted the validation from. People could be saying, I'm proud of you, family members, younger, like siblings. Oh, that's crazy. Younger siblings, older friends, people who you don't really talk to anymore, people who could be doing pretty well for themselves. You're kind of like, now you're finally in that inner circle with them, okay? But the Six of Cups is definitely giving you are like meant to be here. And you've always felt that way and that's why. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, sorry. So a clean slate. So some of you can be starting a new business after going to business school for so long. And like before you even started up this business, you ask your mentor at school, is this a good idea? Should I become this kind of person? Should I do this? Should I do that? And then it's kind of like, the answer is of course yes. But they're helping you to get to that point. Like, how did you become a professor? I've always wanted to become one. Oh, well, I went to this school, studied these things, got in this way, had these friends, and you kind of keep good connections with people. So when you want to come back and ask them for a reference letter or not a review, but you know what I mean? Something to transfer you over into a new job, because I feel like that's why jobs ask to see how you work in a team, your work ethic, to get a little bit of a background for you, okay? But it's kind of giving you're going to ask your people for help, for guidance, for, some tips, right? Anything else? This Page of Pentacles is like starting small. You know what I mean? Not doing too much, putting yourself out there, like taking small little steps, baby steps is kind of the vibe that Page of Pentacles gives. And it's also like an offer that starts off small, but it could have like great long-term benefits, right? So you may get a job that may not have the salary you want or, the starting salary that you want, but in 10 years they kind of will, but you kind of take the job now. Is the kind of energy that's coming through for you guys and what this next manifestation will be. How will it make you feel like you're making progress? You're going to be proud of yourself. I was seeing Saturday and Sunday in my head. I can't explain how. You know how sometimes like when you like close your eyes too much and you start seeing like black or white floating things in your behind your eyelids, right? That's kind of what I was seeing. And it was a blinking Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday could be important. Maybe you're picking up more shifts Saturday and Sunday because that's how bad you want to like, move out or get your own place or just like do certain things. That's kind of the energy that's coming through for you guys, I guess, I'm seeing 2222 as well. So harmony and alignment. Group 2, please, Spirit. The next successful manifestation. Self-confidence, I just heard. Okay, we're only taking this one. Yeah, so there is or there does need to be a conversation with like-minded individuals or people in your inner circle to ask for some advice or for some help. Okay, that's coming through. Then we also have constancy, standing on business, not giving up. You're manifesting that courage. You also have wedding. Interesting. Some of you could be going to somebody's wedding or you're going to be having your own wedding pretty soon. And then here we have money. So you're definitely manifesting some money. But I mean, who isn't, y'all? Okay. Maybe you're getting married to somebody and you want to save more money to, be able to get married to them. But the wedding could still be like, 7 months away. And you're like, we haven't even reached our goal. And you're kind of like, grinding and hustling to get the money sent to the account. Da, 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 da. It's kind of energy that's coming through for you guys, I feel like. Getting, maybe some of you could be starting your life over because I went to go see Smurfs with my little cousin. Yeah, she's not little. She's about to be taller than me, but she's still younger. So I got that there. Okay, I got that on her at least. We went to go see Smurfs in the theaters, and there was a trailer for Bad Guys 2 in the theater. And I was like seeing little clips of that when I went quiet, right? So don't mind me. And basically they're trying to start their life over and be good guys and trying to find jobs. And the ringleader Wolf, I would think he's a wolf anyway, goes to interview at a bank. And the guy like giving him an interview was like, don't you think you should be applying at a bank that you didn't steal from? And he answers, oh, is that this place? And he's like, yeah. And then I think it's like another clip of him like getting, kicked out of the establishment. And I'm like, I mean, he's trying to start over. You don't got to be so rude to him, but you also did steal from them twice, so I don't blame them. That's kind of the energy coming through. All of them are trying to like get real jobs now because we're in the real world and we're adults, even though we didn't ask to be, nor do we want to be. And you have to make, where there's a will, there's a way. You kind of have to. You can't say, I don't, I can't. You can't say those things. It's I will, I have to, and I will not give up at this point in life because things are too crazy. Things are too expensive. Things are too horrible to be walking around and like not having any money or not at least having a side hustle or something else that kind of makes you money. That's what this Page of Pentacles could be. You having a side hustle that brings in money, right? Anything else coming through for you guys? But it's definitely into some prosperity, okay? Maybe, like I said, I think for some of you could be saving up for a wedding, if I didn't say that already. But conversations like more time outside, touching grass, putting your feet in the grass, sitting in the grass, absorbing the healing properties of nature. She could be one of the Hierophants going to be playing a part in your journey, giving you those healing frequencies, giving you that wisdom. Just got to lay down on her and ask her to take your sorrows away, to give you her wisdom. It's as simple as that, right? And the Hierophant is being more woo-woo spiritual as well. So becoming a higher version of your spiritual self already by learning more. And being there for others could be something coming through as well. Okay? So now we have to go to the how this will come to be. Where are the cards at? Let's get for like standing on business, constancy as well. That is also something that you are manifesting. Being able to be determined and disciplined more than anything. Some of you are just manifesting a wedding out here. I don't know. Okay. And then money. So you're manifesting old money. How will this manifestation come to be? We have the Justice card and the Seven of Swords. Someone was sneaky and this is their karma. Someone could have been sneaky to you in the past and this is their karma. Or, you could have been sneaky to someone in the past and this is their karma. Okay. We have the Hierophant coming through again. That's crazy. Is that it? We have 9. Okay. That's it. How will it come to be? The Hierophant. The Hierophant always gives me like institutions, and that's what it does represent. The Hierophant is like institutions, businesses, churches, stuff like that. So how will you find this next manifestation? In a church, asking for help. Justice could also represent like a law court or something like that. Like I said, you could bring this person to... Nope, that was group 1. Some of you are really going to be fighting like exhaustion and fatigue, because I keep having to pause the video because I'm losing my train of thought. I feel like a few of times that I've spoken, I've like jumbled up words together and like cut off some sentences and started other sentences, because like my mind is going in and out. I'm clear and then I'm getting fuzzy and fuzzy. It's like that kind of energy. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you're gaining some kind of clarity as well. For real. But no, for real. I'm like, I'm tired. I keep trying to I nod off a little bit. I'm like, I know I'm not that tired. Like, I was fine for group 1. Like, come on now. So there's something here about energy vampires sucking on your energy, protecting your energy more. Here we have Justice and we have the Hierophant. And they both look like very serious, people who do not really play about themselves. How will it come to be? Someone could kind of screw you over and kind of get you maybe fired or something, and you end up finding a better offer elsewhere. Like I said, someone did you dirty and this is their karma. You're always doing good deeds. This is your good karma. 4 of Swords, someone could be advocating for you, putting a word in for you elsewhere, and that's how you kind of get in. And that's kind of like where the 7 of Swords is kind of giving me like a... you didn't really work for the job kind of job. It's kind of like your friend putting a good word for you and you got the job that way, but I don't think that's you're any less deserving. Sometimes people get like a bad break, and so that's why I'm like, it's not really giving anything nefarious, but it's kind of giving that. How in certain workspaces, it's like you can't even get an interview because everyone else is just hiring their mother, brother, sister, cousin, aunt, that kind of thing. You can't get a job at certain establishments because people are always hiring their own people instead of hiring the people who apply, right? So it's kind of like you're going to get a little bit of like a lucky break when you find a friend who has a really good job, who wants to help you get in or something like that. Is kind of coming through here as well. Hierophant is Taurus energy, so that could be important in this energy. And the Justice card is Libra. So Libra and a Taurus could be important. Okay. The Hierophant, for how this comes to be as well, could also just be giving spiritual intervention. You go and ask someone. That's also what the Hierophant definitely means as well. And I think I did mention that a little bit earlier, where you're going to someone who, like, why did I go blank? Who specializes, is the word I was looking for, in certain things that you want to do. And you're kind of like, you need an assistance. Like, that's how I'm hearing, started from the bottom, now we're here. You're starting off as a Page of Pentacles. Like, you need something, doing all the jobs that no one wants to do. And the more you kind of stay there, the more you grow. Now you have benefits. Now you have paid vacation days. Now you have money to actually spend, but also be able to save and still go out. Maybe you're manifesting a side hustle from a job you already have. Like, things like that are coming through. Definitely. Is that all the cards? Nope, we have some more cards to pull from here. I'm hearing outings for you as well. So with the money you do get to spend to be able to go out a little bit more, you're going to be going out a little bit more, making new friends as well. Okay. Parting messages for my group. Choose. Here we have no, it's not the right time. I'm showing you the wrong card. And then we have sexuality. Someone is still figuring themselves out. And this has nothing to do with sexuality, which is why it kind of annoys me that they have this saying on this card. It just means you're still trying to figure yourself out, and no, it's not the right time. So if you've been asking questions or wondering if you should do something or move towards something, or you know what I mean, the answer is no. I want more cards, so I need a little bit more clarity. This is not straightforward enough. We have someone else. Someone is in the middle of trying to sabotage this. What else do you need to know? So someone could be, see, this is what I was saying about someone could be interfering as well, and they're going to get their get back. They're going to get their lick. You're going to get your lick back, right? Like, who's trying to sabotage people? Oh, the world is so ghetto. I just cannot. Like, why are you a hater? And here we have a water sign. So a water sign could be being trifling, or a water sign could be helping you, right? But for the people who could be like helping you, or how it will come to be, we mostly had Libra and we had Taurus. So this water sign could be the person who, like, they're telling you no, don't trust them, don't believe them, that kind of thing. I'm hearing heavy Cancer, especially. And it may not be they do anything like too harmful, but it's kind of like, I don't know, sabotage vibes is what it's giving. I was hearing something, and I don't want to say it because it may sound stupid. I was hearing something about fertility issues, maybe being resolved. Maybe you've been trying for children. Not gonna be the sexuality is coming through, but it definitely means you still trying to figure yourself out. If you are trying to have kids, now's not the right time. That could be where that fertility came from. But like, oh, and tell them now's not the right time to try for kids. Now these cards are all kind of giving a story here. Like, no, it's not the right time. There's someone else. Maybe you've been thinking about like settling down with someone. They're like, no, there's someone else in the picture. Maybe they're still trying to figure themselves out, or you are. And they could be a water sign: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Someone could be putting, not to take things like crazy, someone could be putting work on you for some of you, because I don't know why I keep going in and out. Like, this isn't happening in a minute, but that's the vibe that's coming through. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm getting like dazed a little bit. I'm like, why? But yeah, there could be some, and that's why you have to go to this Hierophant person, because they can help you. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that reading right here. I hope this reading resonated. I hope it did. Okay, if it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or share. Okay, even if all you do is click the share and copy the link, that's good enough. I feel like, if you want a personal reading, you can always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is going to be about your next successful manifestation. How will it come to be, and how will it make you feel? Okay, so for the first time during this reading, I feel called to tell someone here that you can choose more than one group. If you feel called to more than one group, you can, of course, be manifesting more than one successful thing at a time. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into your reading. Your next successful manifestation. What are my group? Oh, how gorgeous is this? What are my group threes manifesting? We have the 10 of Cups. So complete bliss, okay? I'm hearing the song Bliss by Billy Raffle. A double shot of ignorance, a double shot of bliss. So maybe ignorance is bliss. Maybe you're kind of cutting people off from your life, people who don't add anything to your life. Maybe that could be hard for you. Because I feel like with a lot of people, when it comes to family and friends who you've had for a really long time, it's hard for you to like truly cut them off because they're still there in the back of your mind, holding space. You know what I've learned from living in a somewhat crazy household? That people can't affect you unless you let them. People's energy can't affect you unless you let them. I kind of feel like I grew up in a household where I felt like I was an empath. So whenever someone else was feeling some kind of way, it kind of jumped from them and onto me, or I was kind of like picking up on it. So when you're living in a you're living in a sea, you're going to be folding, right? Because fold is coming through for whatever reason. But when you're living in a household, bro, not again. Household full of miserable people. Misery loves company. Okay, so you could just be sitting there chilling, living life, and because they're unhappy, they want you to be unhappy too. So therefore, they're nagging at you, bothering you, upsetting you. And I kind of feel like if you kind of shut yourself off from them and kind of surrender to the fact that some people are just always going to be miserable, family, lover, friend, or freaking not. It's just how much you allow them to affect you. Like just cutting yourself off, protecting your peace at any cost, whether it comes to reading, putting on headphones. Now, when it comes to the point of them being like physically like aggressive and like bothering you or coming in your room or, you know what I mean, hitting you or pushing you, shoving you, like those things, no. We don't do that. But when it comes to just saying things or fussing, or you know how in some Caribbean households, like when you're relaxing too much, everybody going on a whole rampage, oh, nobody in here does nothing, and da-da-da-da, like throwing subs without being so freaking passive aggressive is ridiculous. Like, can you just be a grown up that you suppose that you say you are and go to the person you're complaining about and say, hey, you there. I need you to clean and stop being lazy. Or if you see somebody being comfortable and they're, you know, oh, you're bothered, like, child, I tell you, people are miserable. And I'm feeling like you're learning how to let things go and not let it bother you. Because the song is like a double shot of a little bit of ignorance and a double shot of bliss, right? So it's kind of like I'm not hearing what they're saying. I'm not listening to them. I'm not trying to be bothered. Like, we can live in the same domain, but I'm not going to let you affect my moods anymore. So it's like blocking yourself off from the negativity is basically the vibe that I'm getting here. But let's keep going. Didn't mean to go on a tangent, but I kind of feel like as someone who has been in a ghetto household, you know what I mean? And I feel like all households are going to have their drama. Learning how to separate yourself from the drama and not take things seriously, because most of the time people are miserable, it's them being miserable at themselves and their lives, and it has nothing to do with you. So as soon as you learn how to remove yourself from the equation, life gets so much better. That card came flying out. 9 of Swords. Yeah, so overcoming the constant anxiety, the overthinking, the sleepless nights. We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Yeah, there's going to be some, what's the word I'm looking for? You're going to be conquering these things. The word is not coming. What card is this? The card is just flying out. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, learning how to have some balance. Learning it's okay to worry, but not let it overtake your life. Okay, so it says, okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. What you, my dear pile 3, are learning about life, or what you're manifesting next, is learning that sometimes life is just happy and there's no need for you to worry that things going to come. And it's like, when is the other shoe going to drop mentality, that scarcity mindset. That's what I'm definitely getting as well now that I'm getting more into the cards. It's kind of like not letting other people or even yourself overcome or overtake this happiness that you are finding yourself in, that's coming your way. So first of all, you're getting extreme happiness, right? You're getting this bliss, okay? but you're also not letting the negative thoughts or people's negative behaviors towards you affect this happiness. Not letting the words people say bother this connection at all, right? Not connect. I didn't mean to say connection, but okay. This could be a connection, and people around you may not like it. They have a lot to say about it, and you're kind of like being maybe a little bit of a people pleaser, or you're trying to get out of your people pleaser tendencies. And it's still hard, which is why we have the Nine of Swords coming through. It's still hard for you to completely block out the world and not care, but it's just putting you first and not worrying about what they have to say. There's some people who have valid concerns, right? Which is why we have the Two of Pentacles here. Don't completely shut out the world. You know what I mean? Don't be in that loved up cocoon and be the friend who's not texting their friends back or hanging out with their friends at all and just being all up under this new man. Because who was there first before that man came? Your friends. Who's going to be there after? Your friends, if you treat them right. Okay? And I'm also hearing handling responsibilities as well as carefree, no responsibilities really well. So learning how to balance that. You know, being able to just not think too much about certain things. Oh my gosh, and just like have fun and go out and just be lost in a cocoon of just happiness, right? But then also coming back and having responsibilities and being an adult and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? That's kind of what's coming through for you guys. So you're going to be finding some kind of balance. The Two of Pentacles also says, when life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. So life, we're going to be, balanced. Life is going to be getting a little crazy and hectic, right? As it does when a lot of good things are happening, and even when a lot of bad things are happening. You could be getting a lot of wish fulfillments coming your way. Like dream job, dream collaboration, dream vacations, like things like that are coming your way, but it's also going to mean time off of work for this vacation, right? And you're gonna have to worry about work when you come back from that vacation, but do not let that work that's building up bother you while you're on that vacation. You know, that if that makes sense, that's kind of what's coming through for you guys. Learning when to balance actually being worried about certain things and letting life, and then just, you know, being in this happy bubble and not letting any of those worries kind of infiltrate that bubble is the vibe coming through for you guys. So your next successful manifestation, I want more cards actually. So I feel like your message is a bit more obscure for whatever reason. Here we have toxicity. No, it was pretty straightforward. Not letting people get in your way or get in the way of your happiness. People are going to talk, just let them talk. Just let them talk, just let them talk, just let them talk. What song is that? Just let them talk. The Toxic Witches says, be cautious of those who take more than they give. That's what these thoughts are doing, and that's what these people are doing. So I do feel like for you, especially group 3, there are people in your life who make you feel like you don't deserve to be happy. Like I said, living in a Caribbean household and you're sleeping all day and they're like upset you're not doing nothing. And why must you think I always have to be doing something? What's wrong with you and your world and how you're treating yourself that you can't watch me sit down all day and not do anything without it bothering you and irking you? Explain me. Explain me. Like, I want to understand, truly. If they don't have a good explanation, next time you complain, don't give a rat. Like, next time they complain, I should say, don't give a rat's ass for what they have to say. Because they obviously don't even know what's making them, their own selves upset, right? Like, there's things like that that's coming through. Like, you're in a connection, you're spending, you know, a lot of time with your man, and da-da-da-da. Your friend's like, oh, so you don't have friends no more? Yes, I do. I have friends, of course. But y'all was there for like 15 years. Let me stop. That's a long-ass friendship. Y'all was there for a good minute, and now it's time for me to spend some time with my man. When we get out of our honeymoon phase, I'll be back with y'all. Like, don't worry about it. Oh, this man is too old for you. Why is that your problem? Are you the one, like, let me not get vulgar, but are you the one doing anything for him, or he's too old? What I gotta do with you? Are you going to bed with him? Are you servicing him in any kind of way? Are you pleasuring him? Am I forcing him on? Like, I'm not doing any of these things. Why does that bother you? And you could be someone who really holds on to these things. And it kind of, they plant the seed in your mind, it festers. And it kind of like messes up everything it touches. Rotten apples. When you put a rotten apple in a bunch of good apples, it just rottens every other bunch. And I'm like, why are you worried that my man is older than me? Like, are you doing anything for him? You gotta kiss him? You gotta, like, do you gotta do anything for this guy? Like, other than support me and who I fell in love with? Do you? Like, or you're working too hard? Because I need money. Like, there's just certain things that are like, that usually bother you so badly that I kind of think you're gonna be letting go of. Yes, it's all right to, think about things, to contemplate things, but to let it completely overtake you and never find any moment or of happiness, of peace? There's also something here about you overcoming like temptation as well. Let's see what else comes through. Your next successful manifestation. So cutting out all the noise. There you go. Group 3, please, Spirit, their next successful manifestation. We have 5 of Cups in reverse. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So there's a lot here about reducing your stress. There can be something here about a doctor telling you guys you stress too much. Your cholesterol levels are too high, right? And you're like trying to find ways to get rid of that, because we have the 9 of Swords, which is the worrying card. We have the freaking toxic witches, which is the people having negative effects and impacts on your life. Then we have the 5 of Cups coming through here, which is also crying over spilled milk and letting every little small inconvenience bother you in life. And it's kind of, that's coming out in reverse. Can I get one more card, please, Spirit, for my group 3s? Their next successful manifestation. Becoming unbothered. Your message is kind of coming through generic, which is probably why I said in the beginning, maybe choose another pile as well if you felt called for another one. Jesus Christ, why did you do that? And then we have the indecisive witch, the 2 of Swords. So maybe becoming less indecisive as well, or finally making a decision. A decision that makes you happy, cutting out what everyone else has to say about it and do about it, and just putting you first, doing what you want to do. That's the next successful manifestation coming your way. You're manifesting great happiness. Don't think that the rest of these cards are kind of masking the happiness. See? Exactly. Don't feel like, oh, you only got one, really good card, 10 of Cups. It came out first. Fast, quick, and in a hurry. This is the anchored energy of your reading, 10 of Cups. Like I said, there's nothing better than this. Okay, I'm hearing, what is that song? I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. Something and his gold. Achilles and his something. Look it up. So the computer's not working, of course, when I need it. So it's something just like this by Coldplay, right? And it's like, I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. Something and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, the Spider-Man's control, the Batman with his fists. But clearly I don't see my name upon that list. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, that's what's coming through. I want something just like this. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like there's a feeling that you're manifesting here, a feeling. And not even like a situation or anything, just a feeling of, and it's funny how I was talking about the song Bliss by Billy Raffle, and how we have something just like this. So it's kind of like giving movie simplicity. Is that like I think that's the feeling that I'm feeling. Because he's like, I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. So it's kind of giving book. And then I'm hearing like movie, and like how everything in a movie, everything turns out right because the character like doesn't let anything the person say bother them. You know how in certain movies where everyone is doubting them and everyone is like ganging up on them, and then we have the whole fallout between friends and everyone's disagreeing, and then by the end of the movie it's all wrapped up in a pretty little bow. Like, life isn't always like that. I mean, it is, but they're able to, oh my gosh, why can't I explain it properly? They're able to give us all of that angst in one like 2 hour or an almost 2 hour movie, while your whole life doesn't play out so simply like that or easy like that. But you want that, is basically what I'm trying to say, I guess. despite all the ups and downs characters in books and movies go through, at the end of it, we know there's a happily ever after. And that's exactly what the 10 of Cups represents. So that's kind of what you're manifesting, a happily ever after, where even though people are maybe disagreeing, maybe tearing you down, you may be worried about things, there's always going to be toxicity, there's always going to be small inconveniences, there's always going to be negative thoughts, insomnia, staying up at night. You're focusing on the good. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. And on the the computer screen, we have like a beautiful beach sunset. And that's kind of what this card is giving here as well. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting for you guys. The next thing you're manifesting is just like a storybook, or getting lost in like a storybook romance maybe, or a storybook plot, or a movie, that kind of thing, where you're experiencing all the bad stuff, but at the end of the movie, there's a happily ever after waiting for you. And along the way, there's so many good things that happen in the movie and in the book as well. And you're going to be experiencing those things too. So is this like giving whirlwind something? Whirlwind romance or something? Maybe you've been manifesting that like main character energy for yourself. And you've been wanting that main character existence. Maybe your life has been boring. You've never had that falling in love so deeply, talking up on the phone at night, like not wanting to, see your friends, only being engrossed in one person, and then having that intervention at the end where you find something wrong with the person, and then you guys break up, and then someone has to, reach out and make it have the happily ever after kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but that's what you're manifesting with the 10 of Cups being the first card coming out. We're here to reassure you. 10 of Cups, guaranteed. It comes with a package. It's free, but you may have to deal with these ups and downs along the way. But just remember, you're going to have this connection right here with you. This 10 of Cups, it's either the connection with yourself or somebody else. They're going to be there with you in the ups and downs, right? It's not always just you when it comes to your friends and family have something to say. If you have like a partner there with you, it's going to be a little bit more bearable, right? And it's kind of like we're giving you this island to help weather the storm, or this is it called an island in the storm? I think that's what it's called. But basically this grounded area where not everything's happening. This is gonna be a safe space. There we go. Thank you, Spirit, because you made everything else about this reading freaking complicated. I hope you give me something. Sure. Next successful milestone, being able to choose happiness and not overthinking about it, just following your instincts as well. There's comfort, there's peace, there's happiness, there's vacation. You can be manifest a vacation and escape from all this ghettoery. And that's basically what I've been trying to say for the last 18 minutes, y'all. Can you imagine? I would be so upset. I feel like it's more complicated than that. Or maybe you make it more complicated than that sometimes. But a vacation, because it's like a beach getaway. Watching the sunset and not having anything else to worry about besides that. Okay, let's keep going. The next successful manifestation, we're going to pull from these cards as well to see what else comes through. Wake up. What is it that you truly want? That's literally what you're doing. You're waking up to a more beautiful world, or a happier world, a more vibrant world. Because this picture that I'm seeing is so beautiful. And the thing about this computer is the picture always changes. So it's like a beautiful sunset. Let me see if I can show you guys. Give me a second. Like, you see the beautiful sunset? That's the beautiful sunset I'm getting for you guys, okay? And then also he's like, tell me where you want to go, how much you want to risk. How much you want to risk. I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just someone I can run to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. Yeah, something that's the calm to your storm. You don't want anything big. You don't want anything whirlwind. You don't want some superhero. You don't want some fairy tale bliss. You just want someone who you can come home to. And that can be what you're getting as well. You're not asking for much. Can I just get this at least, right? But in the song, he says in one line, or in one verse, a part of the song, I want someone that can miss. And then in another line, he wants someone he can kiss. You just want someone to be there for you when you come home from work. That's all that you're asking for, and it's not too much. And it's coming, that part, okay? So let's keep going. What is your next successful manifestation? Wow, the cards are very tall. We have the freaking Ten of Cups again. Yo, this deck has been, Spirit, y'all are not funny. Ten of Cups again, the happy family card. If you want to have kids, you're trying to manifest that for yourself, that's definitely coming through. You're manifesting a partner, that's definitely coming through. You're manifesting peace within yourself without a partner, that's definitely coming through. You're manifesting not caring what people say or think about you, that's coming through. You're manifesting some peace and quiet in your life, that's coming through. Whatever you've been manifesting is coming through. Whatever you're thinking of, whatever this reading is making you think of, whether it's fairy tale love, whether it's, romance love, whether it's your own place so you don't have to deal with that toxic family, whether it's some kind of sanctuary so you can run away from the world sometimes, right? Maybe you're manifesting a freaking book nook where you can decorate with fairy lights and just sit there and watch outside the window. Maybe you're manifesting a view, because I keep talking about this view on the beach. Maybe you're manifesting a beach vacation or a house with a view. Like something like that is coming through. Okay? Something that seems just so comfortable and peaceful and serene is giving that hygge. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. The HYGGE word, okay? Where everything just seems to be in a soft glow, a soft romantic glow. That's what you're manifesting for your life. Main character, soft romantic glow. Everything works out in my favor. No one says no to me. No one can say no. It's kind of even glamour magic. Yeah, that soft magical glow. Glamour magic placed upon your life, literally. Glamour magic is supposed to be for your physical appearance. You said nope. We're taking it a step further. Glamour magic on my life. Everything's in soft focus. Everything's beautiful, vibrant colors. I love this. But the Ten of Cups coming through twice, I'm gagged, guys. I don't know what to say. Maybe some of you are manifesting being gagged. I don't know. You just want options, honestly. You want to do whatever your heart desires. And that's this Two of Swords coming through, this Nine of Swords. Whatever you can think up, you want to live. You just want to live life is the vibe that I'm getting. That could be something you're manifesting as well. A bunch of different little things you've always dreamt of getting as a kid. Right? I'm hearing a vacation. Being able to come home to your man. We have these are a lot. We'll put these back to see if they come back out. I don't think I want those many cards. Just being able to come home, cook dinner with your man, cuddle up on the couch and watch a movie. That's all that you've been asking for. And everyone will make it seem like it's so hard. We have the World coming through here. The end of the cycle. You're manifesting the end of something big, okay? To manifest something even bigger. The World is celebration. The World is finally getting what you want. The World is getting results. Is definitely what I'm hearing as well. Sorry, I got tongue tied. The World is the results after the test you took to see if you're going to pass or not, right? The Judgment card, which comes right before the World, is the test you take. And you're going to be getting back the results from the World to see, hey, am I going to move forward or not? Yes, you passed. The World is passing because you wouldn't get to the end if you didn't pass. Okay? You would be stuck in the judgment mode, being taught lessons over and over again. Maybe you're reaching the end of being taught lessons. Maybe you're fully healed, which is why you're able to reach Ten of Cups status. Kind of giving like nirvana. It's like a tier of spiritual enlightenment in... It's either Buddhism or Hinduism. I don't remember. I learned it in freaking senior year of high school. They taught us different religions all over the world. So we were learning about Hinduism, Buddhism. We were learning about all those different religions and their gods and goddesses and stuff like that. And I remember in one of them, I think nirvana is the ultimate bliss. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Period. Okay, one more card, please, Spirit. What are they manifesting? So we can get into how it will make them feel. Yeah, this came through earlier. It came back again. The Ten of Wands. See, now, in this instance, with the Ten of Wands coming out, I'm kind of getting an overload of things you've been asking for. So you're getting a lot of different things at once. Is kind of what I'm getting. That's why I was mentioning the whole list of things. And that's why I was also saying you may feel called to other group or groups, right? Because you're manifesting a whole bunch of stuff. Ten of Cups does not have to mean one thing. Seven of Cups here is giving 7 at least wishes. It's wishful thinking, things you never thought you would ever have, things you always thought of having, things you journal about having. It's coming in, right? And it just depends. It's unique to every different person. So I need to give examples to say, so whichever one fits for you, you can freaking accept all of them, or you could be like, oh, that's the one I really want to my own place. babies, kids, a marriage, someone to come home to, right? I want to live a fairy tale, fairy book romance. I want to, when I'm reading my life and living my life, I want to feel like I'm reading a book, right? The ups and downs, the roller coasters, the stress, the happiness. You want to live a full life, essentially. And that's what you're being given here. The Ten of Cups coming through twice, not just once. Okay, and it's like it's emotional fulfillment. No matter what's going on around in your physical world, you are at peace and happy. Okay. The Ten of Cups is like giving me an overload of just positivity. I just heard grown up activities. You're getting an overload of that as well. But Wands, when you have too many, it's kind of like, what do I do first? Where do I go? Kind of like an overwhelm, which is why we have the Ten of Wands. That's literally what it means. You're carrying too many, like too many things are coming in at once. You're kind of like, what am I doing? Which could be why we have the Nine of Swords, where you're stressed. This all this goodness in your life. Of course, good always comes with a little bit of bad, not always, but there needs to be that balance in the world. You're gonna be surrounded by toxic people. If you're asking for fame, that's your ultimate goal or wish. You're gonna be like, oh, I have that now, but now I'm dealing with all these haters and all these people saying all these bad things about me. Now I can't see it. The example I meant to use earlier was Nickelandria from Love Island. How there's all these people who hate them and think they're fake and it's staged. And then there's people who love them. And even Nick said, I think yesterday, because Alondria finally went home. They've been out of the island for like officially a whole week. And she went back home in Alabama. And he was like posted on Snapchat or one of those, or TikTok, saying, I'm feeling lonely. And he's like, when I feel lonely, I go back and watch all the edits of me and Alondria. And that kind of like gives me some kind of happiness. It gives me back those oxytocin, those endorphins, those good feelings. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like everyone is saying all these negative things about them, but their love doesn't make it any less true. It doesn't make their feelings any less real. It doesn't take away from the bubble they've been living in for the past week of happiness and bliss and being together, and now they have to go back into the real world kind of thing, honeymoon phase over, but they're still going to have each other and that love they built. Okay, so let's move on. But a lot of passion, where to the point where it's like almost too much sometimes. So you're going to be feeling a lot of feelings, okay? Next, let's get some cards from here to clarify this message a little bit more. We have a reunion. You could be manifesting a reunion with someone, a lover. And it's funny how I was mentioning just a few seconds ago, Nick talking about Alondria went back home, and now he's like, I miss my baby, right? But I'm pretty sure right as we speak, they're kind of manifesting another reunion between them, even though she just left. It's kind of like, I miss you when you're gone kind of thing. I'm the bed feels so empty with you when you're not here. Something as simple as that. Here we have constancy. This came through in group. One of those groups, I forget. Constancy. And this is like, having a strong foundation, having a strong back or a strong defense, essentially. Because like the constancy is like things are not going away anytime soon. I'm not backing down or giving up, right? So you're manifesting that freaking shield, that defense. Or even offense. Here we have consolation. So some comfort. Whenever I see this card, I always think of a consolation prize, where it's kind of like, when you're upset, someone gives you a consolation prize to make you feel better. So you guys can be feeling very sad, which would make a lot of sense. We have like a lot of, more of the sadder cards coming through for your reading at the beginning. And it's kind of like you're going to be getting a prize for all this sadness you've been feeling, right? Like an apology. Here we have widower. Okay, so some of you could have lost a partner. This is so sad. This came through last time. I'm like, no, right? Maybe some of you did lose something very dear to you. It doesn't have to be a partner. For some of you, it could be. You're kind of getting something to, soften that blow. And then we have house. That's what I was saying. Some of you could be moving out and you're getting your own private house. And it's going to be something that's like a kicker because you've never had your own privacy before. It's giving that book nook, but a whole house, right? That nook where you go when life gets to be too much, when you need to decompress, when you need to calm down, when you need to lose yourself in a good book or something, right? Oh, this is so sweet. Some of you could definitely be manifesting a house with a partner or by yourself, right? But some peace and happiness where you're able to have some bliss and not have people always there bothering you, right? Some of you could be manifesting a house, which I love, honestly, truly. Now we're going to get into some more cards about how this comes to be. I'm interested about this because, period. I swear there's certain readings where I just get so tired and I can barely concentrate. And then like I just group 2 like had me down and out for a second. I'm like, wait, why am I so tired? But it happens for only some readings. Some of y'all, I don't know about y'all, the people who always choose those groups, y'all need something. But y'all, I'm so awake and I'm so aware. I'm like, why is that? Because I'm feeling so much different than group 2. I'm feeling like more, upbeat. I'm very clear-minded. I'm very like, I know what I'm doing. It was hard for me to get through group 2. Oh my gosh, I just feel so much better in this group. I have to mention that because y'all don't know the struggle that I was going through for group 2. And it was a cute group, so I don't understand why. But y'all, anyway, here we have, how will it come to be? We have King of Pentacles. And it's funny because when I was shuffling this deck for the what else it could be, I saw King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But I'm like, no, we're going to leave him there, right? But yeah, King of Pentacles. So this happiness is going to be brought in by a earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay. I got to talk slow or what? I hate talking slow. And we have the good luck charm. Oh my gosh. It's giving good luck. Okay. This person is like just coming into your life out of nowhere and completely changing it. So this is giving love. Okay. Oh, let me stop. Yo, somebody's coming into your life and completely turning things around. And it's an earth sign here, okay? Standing on business. For some of you, like I said, this could be someone that you already know, someone from the past, or someone you've at least met before. Because we have the 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck on this deck over here. And that is like a past energy or an energy of like a soulmate coming through. Someone you're going to feel very comfortable with, like you've known before, right? For those of you who may not know, if you ever, and we have freaking 4 of Wands, what the hell? Like I said, marriage, home, hearth. I'm hearing hearth real heavy. Home's where the heart is. A hearth is like a place where the fireplace is, where you like post picture, not post, but I'm saying envelopes. Can you stop? Gosh. Right after I say everything's real clear in this reading, where you put portraits, family pictures there, and it's like a very cozy, comfortable place. That's also a beautiful place to like read. If you have like a really big, comfortable chair and a fireplace, you could be manifesting a house, guys. And that would be like your ultimate wish. To have your own place, to have your own fireplace, to have a book nook, to make your house have that hygge feeling. Hygge. I can't, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fool. But that's what you're gonna be doing, laughing, giggling, not taking anything seriously because life is so good, right? That's what's coming through for you guys. But yeah. I was gonna say something and I forget it and I forgot it. Oh, if you guys haven't already, there's an app called The Pattern. I'm pretty sure it's available on Android and Apple, iOS, If you know your person, birth time and birth date, as soon as you meet someone new, they allow you to first of all friend them so you can convince them to make their own pattern, or you can create a custom profile and match your birth charts with each other. Okay, this video is not sponsored by Pattern. I would hope one day to maybe get a sponsor from them, but I know I use that when I meet people. I do the chart comparison. They call it a bond, where they take your chart, compare it with their chart, and give you a bunch of different insights into there's like a powerful connection, an extraordinary connection, then a stressful or challenging connection. They tell you how well you guys match up based on your birth charts, a synastry chart, if you will. That's kind of what's coming through here. So if you ever felt called to do that, it's free, okay? For now anyway, because they made a lot of stuff unfree. It was like I first heard of it during the pandemic. I downloaded it and it's been 5 years. It's crazy to think. They provide you with insights. They give you your own personal breakdown when there's a new moon. Let me stop clouting them. They ain't sponsoring this video, child. Pattern, hit me up if you need me to tell you your tea, okay? Anyway, it's a really good app. You can use it, make a bond, and see how it will. And they also kind of like update you on cycles you may be having with this person, things that get activated, you know, stuff like that, transits, you know, really great app. Okay, anyway, that was coming through for me to say. So if you need I know these other freaking things be charging you to do that. So that's why I'm like, if you need a free way to do it, why not? But anyway, we have King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles could be coming into your life from the past, or just someone, you know, you may have met at least once, a few times, that kind of thing. But it says true success isn't just about money. It's about happiness too. So this is all about your emotions and feeling content, right? And that's going to be what this person brings. They bring the money, but also the happiness too. This is definitely someone who supports you, because we have thanks for supporting local witches. How cute. Okay, that's literally all you want though. Someone to come home to, someone to support you, right? Or just a home to come home to, so you can support your blasted own self. Like, come on now. Anyway, this is the Wheel of Fortune, and it says, if nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. That's what I'm saying. You literally want your life to be magic. You want it to be a fairy tale, and that's what you're manifesting here. Point blank period. Having your own house, be able to come home, go grocery shopping, not have to worry about money, because whether this King of Pentacles is you or someone else, is bringing the money and the success and the happiness. So like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? That comfortable feeling of, oh, everything just is taken care of, child. You know what I mean? Anyway, then we have the Four of Wands, which is all about balance and stability and having your own home and getting married and kids and all those things, okay? Here we have Four of Wands. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. So that's the kind of energy you're surrounding yourself with, okay? And the kind of energy that's manifesting in your life, your next manifestation. Bliss, okay? A little hit of ignorance and a double shot of bliss. So I want a little bit of ignorance and I want some bliss too, right? Okay, that's what's coming through for you guys. Let's move these cards down so you can see them more. This is supposed to be how it's manifesting though. So I don't know. But through someone, okay? Through your work, okay? Your job, like transfer you somewhere and say, hey, we're going to give you your own little, you know, apartment if you transfer to this location. No one else wants to go there. But if you're interested, because you may not have a husband or kids to have to worry about, and you just could just move and cross country and it's fine, right? Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. You're not going to see it coming, but it's fated, right? And then will involve a King of Pentacles, whether that means you or someone else, an earth sign is going to be, you know, important. And then we also have the Four of Wands. So this is definitely about structure. It's about friendship. It could be about community as well, right? Community celebrations. It could happen in the community celebration. You meet this person, right? I love this. A cupcake has something to do with it. So where you're celebrating someone's birthday, where someone's celebrating you, you can meet someone as well. But you're not going to be expecting it for sure. Now, let us go into the how it will make you feel. That's just the way you make me feel. How will it make my group threes feel? There's way too many cards. You're going to be feeling a lot, which is why we have a Ten of Wands coming through. That's just the way you make me feel. Okay, how will it make them feel, please, Spirit? We have the Two of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. How will it make them feel? We have the Page of Cups. Like, you just got a new beginning. Like, you just got a fresh slate, a do-over. It's kind of what I'm getting. A page is like the start of a new journey, where it's like I'm embarking on something new that I've never done before, but I'm excited to see where it leads, kind of thing. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready for all the ups and downs. I'm ready for the bad. I'm ready for the good. I'm ready for the shaky. Like, I'm just ready for all of it. I'm just excited to be here. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm hearing also some of you could be accepting like awards or something. You could be getting an award. I'm just happy to be here, man. That's funny. Get out. That's the kind of vibe that's coming through. Even if you get a participation trophy, I'm just happy to be here, right? We have the Two of Swords. How does this make you feel? Maybe a little confused. I'm hearing conflicted. Maybe because you don't think you deserve it. Don't do that. We don't like that around here, these parts. Whatever you get, you deserve, okay? You earned every single part of it. It may be really, really, really surreal, and it may be hard to get used to at first, but I feel like with these pages here, it's something you're going to be very excited about, because pages always give me a very excitable, youthful energy. So it's something you could have wanted since you were a child, and like your childhood dreams are coming true, right? Maybe you're getting your dream home, right? You're getting your dream partner, your dream job, stuff that you've always wanted. Like you're gonna get an award, you're gonna go to a school you've always wanted to go to. Like it's kind of giving me big lofty dreams like that, but make it reality, right? That's kind of what I'm getting for you guys. Now we're going to get some cards from here. A Page of Pentacles is embarking on it. So yeah, you're gonna get a new job, and you're gonna get a new partner, and they're gonna be opening up your emotions. And here we have honeymoon. So some of you could be getting married, so you're manifesting marriage and a new house. We have honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. And that's also what I was saying earlier in the reading about you being in the honeymoon phase with your partner, and your friends like, oh, ever since you met this person. I'm like, okay, you had me for how many years when I was single? Like, what do you want from me? I want to be my man. Like, here we have cycles, fate, karma, something ending and something beginning. So yeah, you're going to be ending this single life. You're going to be ending this bachelorette life. You're going to be ending this miserable life living at home. Something like that is coming through. That's going to be your next successful manifestation, okay? Maybe it may end up with you moving like states, and that's why you're starting completely over at a new job and all that. Maybe it could be a new job and a new house, and like all those things are coming through, right? So my group, jeez Louise, we have pregnancy here. That makes sense. We have open up your heart. Yup, this is confirming that you may be meeting someone, falling in love. It will help you attract more love. And we have earth sign. Yo, relax. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Mercury retrograde. This could be happening during Mercury retrograde, which is like now. Honestly, you can be meeting this person now, and this change is happening from now until whoever knows when. You know, I didn't really put a time frame for this video, right? And here we have communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. And that's what I was saying about someone from the past. So, and Mercury retrograde is past person energy coming through. Stop it. Mercury retrograde is electronic issues, communication issues, and review everything. Yeah. So someone from your past, for some of you, for others of you, with someone new. If you do have an earth sign from the past who you can think about that you wouldn't kick to the curb if they came back around, that's who this person is. For others of you, with somebody new, but these two cards are saying you to communicate with someone. And you know what I mean? It's going to be happening during a Mercury retrograde when you're reviewing everything. This person could, you know, be thinking about you and going to reach out, right? Maybe after Mercury retrograde when things are not so right, when communication's back on track, okay? I'm hearing butt dials, you know, drunk textings is what I'm hearing as well. And then we have to open up your heart. For those of you who this is new, where this is new, it's definitely giving, being open to falling in love and open to finding love. Okay, and then we have pregnancy someone is expecting. This could be an artistic expectance where you're like opening your own business, or you're literally getting pregnant, right? So be careful if you're not trying to get pregnant. If you are, congratulations, okay? A good news is in the forecast for you. This could also mean you getting back with an old person, and because things are like, you know, right where they left off, you get married, get pregnant, get your own house, and that's how it all happens in succession. And that's something you may have always wanted since you were like younger, to be a mother, to be a wife, you know? And that's why it's kind of giving Ten of Cups energy. That happily ever after, you've met it, you got there. Whatever that may mean for you, right? Getting your own place, being on your own, being independent, you know, getting away from the negative Nine of Swords and freaking Five of Cups and Two of Swords energy. Two of Swords love coming out for y'all because it came out for what this successful manifestation is, right? So with the how would you feel? You'll feel like you manifested this. You made your choice. You were very decisive. You were very intentional. And that's how things happen for the how you will feel, because for the Two of Swords coming out for your next manifestation, and then how you feel about the manifestation being Two of Swords as well. It's like, I got my own self here. I did this work. I put in the work and I deserve it, right? Okay, So I'm going to leave your reading right here, though. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using the email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 4s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group 4 or thumbnail image 4 or the number 4, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about your next successful manifestation. What are you manifesting next successfully? Okay. How will it manifest into your life? How will it make you feel once it is manifested? And a bunch of, just chatter. You know the deal. If you're not new here, if you are new, buckle up, buttercup. This reading can be about 40 minutes long. So I suggest you watch the whole reading because the readings always do come full circle, right? And I can tell some of y'all do not watch the whole reading because in one of my last readings, I think it was like your sexiest attributes. Why do people find you attractive? There was this one lady I was trying to get her name for most of the reading, and it was Grace Kelly. And I ended up getting her reading. I ended up getting her name more towards the end of the reading. And there's people still commenting her name in the comments. And I'm like, I can tell you just watch. Or maybe you just were listening to that one part, went to type it, and then went back to watch the reading. But I don't know. But towards the end of the reading, I ended up, remembering her name. But I'm appreciative of the comments either way. Thanks for, being there and letting me know the person's name. Because it really be pissing me off when I don't remember people's names during the reading. I'm like, I have to use all these context clues to help you understand them so you can figure out who the person is. I'm like, ghetto. Okay, let's get into it. Their next successful manifestation, please spare for my group 4s. What are they manifesting next? What are they manifesting next? Oh, Jesus Christ. We have the Empress hopping on out, y'all. And the Empress is the birth of something new. It could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, High School Musical is coming through for some of you. But here we have, there's beauty to be found in every experience. So you're going to be manifesting an experience. We want to know more about what this experience is. It could be motherhood because the Empress is the mother to all. Okay. She is very generous, very kind. She's also a creative. So whatever she puts her mind to, she can create. And it's mostly through her just willing it to happen because she's not really doing most of the work, right? She's getting others to do the work for her. Her emperor in particular. Like, hey, babe, I want a new house. Of course, my empress. Men, chop, chop. Make my queen a new house. It's kind of giving me the music video, Remember the Time with Michael Jackson, Eddie Murphy, and Amon, where she's like, I'm bored. And Eddie Murphy is like clapping his hands like, you heard her. We need entertainment. And then, of course, they get the flame, eating guy. And then they get the, I forget the other people. Then we have Michael coming in, seducing her with his dance and song. I mean, what can a girl do with those dance moves and that voice? Of course. Like, I would fold like a lawn chair. Like, oh, okay. And did. And then he sends the guys after Michael, right? And then the whole video is them Michael running away from the guards, and then he finds them on. And, at the end they share a passionate kiss. And let me stop. That could be the experience coming through. Maybe you meet a performer and you guys have to run away from each other. Then you guys find each other. I don't really know. This is funny. But anyway, yeah, that's coming through. But I'm getting how whenever she said she was bored, her emperor was like, okay, my queen after entertainment, let's bring it, right? Love that for her. Love that for you. So maybe you're getting someone to spoil you. That could be what's coming through here. That's an experience, right? Being spoiled, princess treatment, with a little bit of a queen treatment. But I feel like queens have to make too many decisions. I prefer princess treatment. You do everything and I just reap all the benefits, right? Shoot. Anyway, your next successful manifestation, my group 4s, please, Spirit. We have a King of Wands, okay? I mean, shoot. We love a King of Wands. I would prefer an Emperor, but a King of Wands gets things done. He's very much about doing, okay? And passionate, and he's also really creative. I do believe the King of Wands is depicted as a CEO in the Everyday Witch Tarot. He's like the CEO who's like, you know, has like the board in front of him. He's pointing at something on the freaking board, looking very serious, right? It's kind of like he's you know how in some certain shows where they're like having like a battle, they're like a commander in a war, and they're kind of like, this is where we infiltrate, this is where we attack, that kind of thing. They're executing a plan, and that's what the King of Wands is great at doing. And it's funny how I was mentioning like the Emperor like hopping to it. So this person can be younger than you, because the Emperor is compared to a king. There's a discrepancy, even though a king is, you know, high on the board, the Emperor is her equal. So someone who's a little bit less than her could be someone who could be less attractive, even though that's a lie, because the King of Wands is a very attractive person. So it's just giving lower ranking or younger, maybe, okay? But the King of Wands is going to get things done. Okay, you ask, he jumps and does. But they also have that creativity in common because he's the King of Wands. So he births things. He has that fire, right? And fire is like life pulsing, passion consuming. Oh, let me stop. I'm getting carried away with your energy already. So this is the experience of like getting swept off your feet, lost in the wind, kind of. It's supposed to be Gone with the Wind, but Lost in the Wind goes well. I'm hearing Colors of the Wind. You see to the blue and corn moon, and ask the grinning bobcat why he grins. We can speak with all the voices of the mountain. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind? Let me stop. I can't. That song gets me every time. It's so beautiful. Judy did her big one with that song, okay? But it's kind of like maybe connecting to Earth as well. That's also an experience. What is it? Is it the bobcat? Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? But anyway, let's keep going. I keep getting distracted. That's like the third song that came through so far. It's only the second. I can't even remember. No, Remember the Time came through as well. So there can be something here about ancient Egypt. Maybe you're going to visit Egypt, maybe, or just you're being the pharaoh you're being the empress to his pharaoh. Wait, what was the female counterpart to the pharaoh? I forget. Anyway, I'm not gonna get stuck on that. Their next successful manifestation, a man. Oh my freaking gosh, you know what I just heard? Mulan. You're getting a lot of pop culture references, so that could be something coming through. Like I said, you go to a pop culture conference, you meet a character from your favorite show, and then you guys, you hook up on the side, period. Like one of those conventions where they have like all the people from like The Walking Dead or Twilight or the, DC universes kind of come together. You know what I mean? You meet them, you know what I mean? That kind of thing coming through. But anyway, the pop culture reference I was hearing from Mulan, where the grandma's like, a sword. If you ask me, she should have brought home a map. Does Fa Mulan live here? And they're just pointing to where Mulan is. And the old lady's like, sign me up for the next war. Yo, I love Mulan so much. That is the best Disney movie. I can't. Yo, the grandma said, sign me up for the next war. So you could be manifesting. And it's funny how I was talking about a freaking commander in charge of the army, and that's literally what Shang was, okay? So spirit is really working today. But I love that. You could be manifesting a Shang. And he was very bossy. And King of Wands are very bossy. They want things done their way, right? They will definitely not insult you, but push you past your breaking point to get you to where you need to be. So you could be manifesting that kind of experience, okay? It's kind of like a husband in the room while his wife is giving birth, encouraging her. And she's like, shut up. This is all because of you. And he's like, yeah, how angry are you? You put that anger into birthing the baby. You know, that kind of thing. Someone like not pesters you, but encourages you, right? Who cheers you on even when you're annoyed at them. It's like you're getting your own personal cheerleader is the vibe that's coming through. Or you're becoming your own personal cheerleader, okay? Jesus, we have Six of Swords. We have travel coming through, or movement, healing. This connection could be very healing if this is a connection at all. I want some more cards though. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Another one, thank you. Your next successful manifestation. This is this one. I only wanted one. Which one are we taking out of these? Both of these are horrible. I don't want none of these. Another one. Thank you. We have the Sun. Much better. We have the Ten of Swords. Great. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Like, come on now. Relax. So there could be some hiccups in this manifestation, or just like, you know, some disagreements maybe, because those two cards that came out were the Tower in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse, and this Ten of Swords also did come out in reverse, so I will honor that and keep it in reverse. Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Stay there, okay? And then we have the Sun. So it's giving sunshine and travel. You know, I'm just giving islands. It's giving paradise, that kind of thing. Maybe your life just becomes a paradise as well. All these things could be true. So the Empress, we kind of went through that already. That's giving Taurus, Libra energy. That is manifesting whatever you want. Having the power to have people literally do your bidding for you. So that could be something coming through as well. Also, motherhood is a big thing with the Empress. She also represents fertility and things coming to fruition. So money coming in hot and fast, support coming in hot and fast. And that's literally what this King of Wands is. Someone who's there to support you and carry the heavy load you can't carry. Because obviously you just had a baby, right? You can't carry heavy things. You're still healing, okay? I don't think pregnant women are physically allowed to carry heavy things at the end of their pregnancy and at the end, remember, even after they birth a baby, they can't be doing too much heavy lifting now, especially if you have like some, you know, issues with pregnancy. So some of you could be going through a pregnancy right now, you're going to be having a baby, and that's something that, you know, that's the next manifestation. Having a supportive co-parenting situation, right? Then we have the King of Wands here, which is someone who is like burning. I'm hearing a hunka burning man, a hunka burning fire. It's giving I'm freaking, what's his name? Elvis. This person could be a performer, because I was getting, you know, Michael Jackson, and now I'm getting Elvis. So a dancer maybe, but someone who's very sexy either way. Someone who's a really good singer. And I think Elvis and both Michael were, I mean, Elvis less so, right? Okay, not too much on Anyway, but Michael was, of course, a master at his craft. And Elvis, I guess he was good at getting people to you know, faint for him and all that stuff. So he was an artist in his own way. You could be getting a creative artist. You're manifesting an artiste, okay? A creator, a musician, that kind of stuff, okay? I'm a painter even. Yeah, this person or someone who writes songs for you. I'm getting the example of like Teddy Swims, how all of his songs are praising his woman. Like, you're getting a simp. That's what I'm getting. Because like I said, this person is sexy, but there may be an air of they're younger than you. So they're kind of like simping up to you, writing you songs, saying they're going to paint poetry, paint pictures, portraits, right? Writing poetry about you, writing whole songs about you, just praising you. That's the kind of energy coming through with this King of Wands and the Empress energy. Because one thing a King of Wands going to do is, you know, hype up his woman. Okay, and if you don't, the next... The King of Wands is a ride or die person. He fighting for you, beside you, without you, for you. Like, that kind of energy is definitely coming through here. Someone who holds space for you as well. So you're definitely getting someone to, like, write songs about you. And be all about you. They only have eyes for you. Now, we have the Six of Wands, which is... Not Six of Wands, I apologize. That could be prevalent as well. That's success and victory. You feel like you won the lottery with this situation or this person, whatever it may be. This could be you just getting your creative mojo back as well. Being able to create a song or a book that goes viral, or a freaking, what is it called? Video that goes viral, reel, you know what I mean? A channel. That kind of thing is coming through here for you guys. But a Six of Swords is like manifesting some kind of departure, moving on from something. You could be going on a cruise because all her bags are packed up and she's like, you know, moving away. Or this boat is coming towards her, right? So someone who could live at a distance could be trying to, you know, manifest you as well. But the Six of Swords specifically, let me try to pick it up, says, stop playing on my face. All aboard, witch. It's time to write a new chapter. Exactly. It's like giving, what is the name of that? Is it like, is it Mean Girls where they're like, hop in? Where they pull up in the car and say, you know, get in. We're going somewhere. It's like, get in, girl, we're going to the mall. Get in, we're going into a new chapter. Like, all aboard. We're moving this thing along. What we've been dealing with right now is no longer a thing. Me and you together are creating this new narrative, this new chapter of our life. With my creative skills and your nurturing, we're an unstoppable team. You're the feminine, I'm the masculine. What more can you ask for? That's a perfect balance for the yin and yang, baby. You come up with the ideas, I make them. It's kind of like giving, what was it? I was watching Architectural Digest video on YouTube with Rhett from Good Mythical Morning here on YouTube and his wife Jessie, and they were showing one of their vacation homes in, I think it's North Carolina, and it's like literally the embodiment of what he spent his whole career building, a mythical place. It's like a log cabin. I suggest, whether you're a fan of Rhett and Link or Link or Rhett or whatever, it's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. And while he kind of makes money off of the whole mythical concept, she literally brought it to life because she is, I think, a designer. What do they call it? Interior designer. So she does this as a profession. That's her job, to create beautiful houses and like landscapes for people to, you know, live in their perfect house, right? So she, like, the house is so freaking beautiful. It's so big. It's so gorgeous. And she explains like how she came up with this. Like they bring it together. It's just gorgeous. I'm like, the great minds behind this. In some parts of the house, he had a say in, and we know he's a creative. Some parts of the house, most parts of the house, she had a say in. And like all kinds of stuff. And like throughout the whole reading, not the whole reading, throughout the whole video, you could feel their chemistry like jumping off the screen actually. Like I think they went to the kitchen and he was like, I let her have free reign. I just wanted to ask, or, you know, put my input that all the counters are tall enough for us to, you know, get a little freaky deaky on them. And like you could tell the person behind the camera was laughing, and he even commented in the comments, like, you could feel the chemistry. They're so beautiful. Like you could tell they love each other, flirting with each other. That kind of energy has come to like a very flirty, fiery, passionate, exciting kind of connection, or just a partnership, right? Where you're kind of going into this next chapter of life with someone who is so like you, but so different. They have the things that you seem to lack, is the kind of energy coming through as well, okay? Whether it's a business partner or someone, or you tapping into that fiery energy inside yourself and making your wildest dreams come true, you being the boss, you being the leader, you already having this feminine energy mastered, you moving on to this masculine energy of getting things done. Or you trying to get things done in your feminine by trying to tap into your masculine, whichever one makes sense to you, okay? That's the kind of energy that I'm getting with that. It's so beautiful. Their house, it's in the secluded place. What is a secluded? Please. Maybe you guys are so cuted. You're so cute. Crack myself up. And there's so much more work they have to do, and it's something they love doing together. So it's kind of like that kind of dynamic with someone or yourself, okay? Here we have Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. That is definitely something you're going to be learning, because life will get chaotic. I did get the 10 of Wands in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So this energy is still present, but it's not as potent as it could be upright, right? But there's still some like burnout. There's still some maybe betrayals coming through. Maybe there's still some, you know, miscommunications, right? Because it's coming out with the King of Wands. So we have, eternal. Yeah, there's something here about overcoming ego as well. I don't think it's for you, but if this King of Wands resonating as you as well, it's definitely something here about overcoming ego, because the 10 of Swords says hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. And it's basically saying how when you're unhealed, you're going to continue attracting and hurting those unhealed people out there until you decide to be someone who decides to heal. And it's funny because the Empress represents nurturing, so there could be some healing involved here. Guys, I'm so annoyed because I was talking and like the video's cut off, okay? So maybe you're going to be removing extra bags in your life, or you're going to have like so many responsibilities that it's hard for you to make time and space for people, because my phone was just like, you don't have enough storage and cut off, and I don't remember exactly where I cut off. So now I'm like, hey, okay. But I think I left off on here making, not making space, but you healing this King of Wands energy or archetype in your life, or you becoming the King of Wands in your own life, okay? There was something here about, like I was saying, there was parallels between, because Michael Jackson was coming on, I was saying there's something here about ease on down the road coming through. So I guess we didn't even get to the sun yet. Wow. I don't know how long I was talking. I don't know why I didn't realize sooner. I'm so upset. But anyway, we have the sun coming through with 10 of Swords in reverse, because we also did have the 10 of Wands in reverse and the Tower in reverse. So it's overcoming toxic cycles and toxic energy in your life, to overcome them and become something better. Because then we have the sun coming through here as well, and the sun is saying give yourself permission to experience joy, right? And the sun represents all things happy, bliss, good, and innocent, where you're not worried about all the bad things here. So it's also overcoming, like, not evil, maybe, but overcoming all of the toxicity in that 10 of Swords can bring. The backstabbing, the not trusting people, that could be something you guys are overcoming together in this connection with this person, okay? Or just in yourself, within yourself. But there's something here about that coming through. And I was talking about how I was saying, ease on down the road was coming through from the Wiz. And it was like, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Cause there may be times when you think you've lost your mind, and the steps you're taking leave you 3-4 steps behind. But the road you're walking may be long sometimes. You just stick with us and you'll be just fine. And there's another part of the song that says, cause there may be times when you wish you wasn't born, and you wake one morning just to find your courage gone. So it's like that is coming through. And earlier in the reading, so Michael Jackson keeps coming through. And then earlier in the reading, we have Elvis was coming through as well. Like I said, no one compares to Michael when it comes to talent, but they were both known for leaving legacies behind. So a legacy could be coming, if I didn't say that already, I could have said it already earlier in the reading, I don't remember, but that could be something coming through. You're going to leave a legacy behind. But it's funny how there's like a parallel between their lives, because Michael ended up married to Elvis's daughter, and they both went out because of addiction, and they were both found at their residences like unresponsive. So there's parallels between their stories. So there could be something here about overcoming addiction or overcoming substance abuse or something like that. I can resonate for maybe a few people here. Or that could be your person dealing with that and you're helping them overcome that, because we have the 10 of Swords in reverse coming out over their card, which represents the outer energy in the deck, because it came out after. Or if you represent or resonate with the King of Wands being you, then you're overcoming addictions. Addictions aren't always like substance, right? It could be not being able to open up, not being able to rely on people, being overly independent, not being able to cry or feel emotions deeply, or, you know what I mean, have empathy for other people. There's a bunch of ways that addiction can like affect your life, you know? But anyway, I hope that I said everything that I kind of missed. I'm so upset I didn't realize it sooner. Maybe that wasn't meant to be in the freaking reading, and that's fine, you know? But that's what you're manifesting, bliss and happiness, and where you're just able to be free and, you know, girly, right? Or soft, right? And it's funny how I was talking about princess treatment in the beginning of the reading. That's kind of what's coming through again in the sun card. Like you're giving yourself permission to experience joy. That's what I was saying with the closed off, hyper independent, I can do everything myself. The Empress is not that way. She's like, oh, you want to do it? Fine. Like there's something that comes through like every time you watch like a Nara Smith video, or every time I watch a Nara Smith video, how she's probably big and strong enough to do a lot of things herself. But like certain times where she's like opening like a jar, or even opening like a bowl that's hard to open, or like a bottle of water, she always hands it to him. Nara always handed to Lucky, like, here, babe, can you open this for me? And as me as a woman, I'm like, that's so easy to open. Why are you giving it to him to open? Open it yourself. But I'm like, I see what she's doing. She's trying to allow him to be in his masculine and her to be in her feminine. I'm a dainty princess whenever you're around. Open my drinks. How dare you not even offer? I shouldn't have to hand it to you. You should have been like, oh, princess, let me open that for you, right? And she like just pretends to struggle and she remembers, wait, I have a big, strong man right beside me. Lucky, open this. Like, and I love that for her because that's something that was hard for me to understand. But I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing, Nara, and I love it, right? So being in a more soft, open-hearted, like, look at how shy she looks, looking out from behind the flower, like, like, you know what I mean? Giving soft and dainty. That's something that you're manifesting as well. A soft life, a soft era where you're just sitting there in the beautiful field or the beautiful garden of your life and breastfeeding the baby. That's all you have to worry about in that moment. Nothing else. No bills, no work, no nothing. Okay? So some of you could be manifesting being stay-at-home moms as well. We're going to get some cards from this deck as well and see what else is coming through for you guys. What else are my group fours manifesting, please, Spirit? Something that was flying out but can't fall out. Crazy behavior. Because there may be times when you think you lost your mind. And the steps, yep. We have 3 of Wands. So moving forward, this also represents travel and exploring. So that's what's coming through as well. Exploration. Could be traveling the world. I'm hearing you're charting a course as well. Not the freaking Tower one to come through again. Like, I won't backhand you. Move. Piss me off. Did it fall out again? No, we have 2 of Cups. Gorgeous. But the Tower in reverse is not that bad, but I don't want it. Like, it keeps coming off with a lot of cards. You're either going to come out by yourself or not at all. Okay? You heard me. Oh, we have 9 of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful. What are you manifesting? Yeah, your heart's desires, honestly. Whatever you're wishing for most right now is what I just heard. Dream come true. Whatever's on your heart the most. Because I'm hearing, a dream is a wish your heart makes. A lot of pop culture references are coming through. When you're fast asleep, in dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. We have the 10 of Swords coming through again. How cute. And then we have the Magician. Have faith in your dreams and someday know that your angel will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is bleeding, if you keep on believing, the wish that you wish will come true. Interesting. That song is coming through. Like a lot of pop culture, a lot of Disney, a lot of Michael. So those could be like important things in your life. Or the best way that I can, Spirit can help me explain to you what what they're trying to have come through. Okay, so 3 of Wands, exploration, traveling, getting to know places, right? Setting a chart and going off on a journey. The 2 of Cups is dating, right? So you're manifesting dating, a partnership, a soulmate level connection, someone who understands you, someone who's damn near equal to you, right? And that's funny because the Empress and the King of Wands is giving me the same energy. Even the Emperor doesn't really... I do think that the Empress and the King of Wands is a good match, right? Because they're both very creative people, right? But the Emperor is her equal, but he's not the creative type. He's more of the controlling, I'm going to do everything kind of energy. And I think the King of Wands has those characteristics as well, which is why him and the Empress could get along well. Then we have 9 of Cups, your dearest wish. Okay, and this is like a smile of satisfaction, smugness. Like, look at me living out my dreams, right? His little smirk gets me every time. He's like, yep, that's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him. Yep, this is my life, and I love it here. That's my baby daddy. Who that? Let me stop. That's funny. Okay. The Magician is definitely like you getting more than one thing at the same time. You're manifesting all of your things all at once is the kind of vibe that I'm getting here. Okay. So it's giving travel and falling in love. So traveling the world with your significant other. And then we have the 10 of Swords coming through here, which is this energy of just like I'm hearing poor communication. That's what the Ten of Swords always gives me. Poor communication, feeling like someone's going to betray you, or just kind of recovering. I'm hearing residuals from being betrayed before. So you've been betrayed in the past, and this Ten of Swords keeps showing up to show. Because for each group, the cards that came out from this deck also came out in this deck, at least one. And right now for you, that card is the Ten of Swords because it came out right here and it came out again. So it's reiterating that energy of not being trustful or being mistrustful or learning how to trust. That is definitely something coming through. Learning how to open up to someone. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. Stop it. How cute. And the Six of Swords, again. Exactly. So moving forward into happiness and bliss, right? I love this for you guys. This is beautiful. Your next manifestation is just, being happy. But travel is a big thing. Love is a big thing. So if you're single right now, rest assured, love is coming in. But it's a true partnership where you guys marry each other in all the best ways, but also maybe all the bad ways, which is why the Ten of Swords is coming out. Where you may feel triggered many a time with this person because they do the same things you do. And most of the time, things that we kind of don't like in someone are the things that are kind of, wrong in us. So if we hate the way they communicate, we can be communicating poorly, right? If we hate the way they act or that they do certain things, it's because we do the same things as well. Some people are meant to act as a mirror to the things that we need to heal in ourselves, right? Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the next part of the reading where we're going to get some more cards from here, all over the place, to kind of clarify and narrow down these manifestations coming through for you guys. Then we're going to get into how it makes you feel and how it comes in. Here we have a merchant, so selling stuff, business. This is also giving me a port. Here we have pleasure seekers, so living life, marry, dancing, going on adventures once again. Here we have lover, period. Lover, if you can't see that, there we go, perfect view. A lover, so you're manifesting a lover, rest assured, okay? So that King of Wands is an outer energy and the Empress is you. Whether you're female or masculine, you're the Empress in this energy. Okay, and then here we have misfortune. Wow, so this energy wants to persist, eh? Something going wrong. At the bottom, we have joyfulness, another group of people dancing. It's giving Three of Cups energy, okay? So making new friends. So I guess misfortune wants to persist. And then we have enemy. Oh, so be careful. This misfortune can be coming because of an energy. You know what? We're going to put all this to the back, the biggity back. Joyfulness can go right there. And we're going to have misfortune, enemy in the back. I mean, there's good with the bad, you know what I mean? But I might want to dwell on this. I'll get her. But yeah, enemy and misfortune. And it's right over the Ten of Swords. And it is backstabbing, so be careful for that. You're manifesting a lot of hate, I feel like, with all the pieces coming together. Everyone's gonna be mad at you. Like, oh, she gets all that good stuff, he get all that good stuff, they get all that good stuff. Who do they think they are? Right? People will just be hating. It's very sad. But I feel like for some of you, you could meet this person while traveling, because I'm getting that energy really heavily. So how will this next thing manifest into your life? How will this next manifestation come to be, please, Spirit? And it could be while you're out with friends, because we have the girls all dancing together, and then we have the boys all dancing together. And it's crazy how these cards are like freaking so dim compared to these. But it's because it's the holographic in them. There's a lot of things you're manifesting. I feel like right now you're just calling in a lot of stuff. And it could be long overdue. When you're stressing is definitely when it's going to come in. Okay, relax. You have the Three of Wands again. I'll tell you, there's no such thing as coincidences. We have put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. So yeah, when you're going out, hanging out with friends, out on the town, that's how this will manifest. When you're putting yourself out there, when you're not scared of rejection is what I just heard as well. So when you're not scared to be rejected or put down, when you're definitely, I'm hearing like, showing your work, sharing who you really are, not afraid to be seen or perceived is about that's coming through as well. Let us get these cards and move them up some more. And then just put that over there because we don't care if those energies. It's very ghetto. Three of Wands, you're exploring more, doing more things, getting out of your comfort zone. Here we have the King of Cups. which is always compose yourself before giving a response when you become more emotionally mature. Okay, learning how to communicate better, have a tighter rein on your emotions. And then Temperance is like a beautiful, it's like a balance of these two energies. The Temperance card came out to say when you master these two energies, that's when it comes in. Because Three of Wands being, very outgoing, going after what you want. The King of Cups being very mindful, going over, it's like checking in with yourself to make sure you're good and keeping a tight rein on your emotions, healing. And then we also have, and also being very intuitive as well, listening to yourself and your intuition and your inner voice and your gut feeling and instincts. And then we have the Temperance, which is let go of self-imposed limitations. But Temperance represents it's the goal. It's like pouring, trying to find the perfect balance of these two energies. Three of Wands, when you finally find the perfect medium, that's when life kind of gets good. When you're able to follow your intuition, but also be steadfast and go after what you want, that's when this thing is going to come in, okay? Now we're going to get back to this deck to see how will it make you feel, please. Spirit, how will this manifestation or these manifestations make my group? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Like you're safe, like you're grounded, taken care of. Like your emotions are an important part of this. We have Nine of Pentacles and we have Wheel of Fortune. How will it make you feel like the luckiest be around? Okay, the luckiest person on earth. Oh my God, I'm hearing this song. I'm hearing Best on Earth by Russ and Bia. Baby, yeah. I like the way she works, yeah. I didn't see something. I done been around, but I know you got the best on earth. Yeah. I got stuff on my shirt and it's getting nasty. He ain't keeping his hands above my ASS cheeks. I got something to give him, and if he asks me, I'm not something that, baby, I let him gas me. Some of that Best on Earth. Bia and Russ. Love the song. I like the way she works. Yeah. She always puts me first. Yeah. And I know I've been around, but I swear she got the best on earth. Yeah. I got something is getting nasty, okay? Anyway, y'all gonna be nasty together. Both of y'all's little freaks, especially this person here. Okay, and there can be something here about you putting them first, that's what they like you as well. But anyway, we have how will you feel? Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, very stable, very abundant. It's giving secure in myself and in my relationship and in my man. It's giving secure attachment, right? Okay? Where she knows her worth, and if they act up, she's leaving. But until then, she chilling and she happy where she at. Okay? She knows her worth. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, where you're taking things slow. You're going to be feeling like things are cruising. You know what I mean? You don't got to stress about anything because everything is provided for. Everything you need, you have. Which is beautiful. I love that. And that's another Pentacle energy. You're taking things slow, seeing where it goes, And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, like the luckiest son of a bee on earth is what I just heard as well. And that's where that song came from. And I know I've been around, but I still you got the best on earth, okay? But it's also feeling like fate led you here, because you trusted the process, you kept going, you didn't give up, even if you were making baby steps, the fact that you kept crawling, even when you couldn't walk, right? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, what do people say? Like, you bled for this, you fought for this. Okay, let's get the last cards from this and see what else is coming through. But yeah, I feel like all the success is definitely going to be bringing a lot of haters your way. What else can you tell us? Any last messages for their next successful manifestation, please? Jesus Christ, way too many. I apologize. That's no. We have Liar. We have Love Spell. You're going to be under a spell. That's how in love you're going to feel, like it's a spell. We have Date Night. How cute. And then we have Manifest. Period. There could be someone who tries to get in the way of this connection as well. Not even just enemy. There could be someone who wants your person. Because at the bottom of the deck, I saw someone else. And I'm like, let me just disregard it. And Spirit was like, nah, just mention it, okay? So there could be someone who's trying to fight you for this man. Because Three of Wands is also kind of giving. Any three in the tarot deck gives third-party situations. So that could definitely be a vibe coming through here. For some people, it's not going to be for everyone, okay? There could be 2 people coming your way. It could be 1 person. It could be your person has a stalker, like something like that. Because enemy and misfortune, like, what do you mean? Like, someone is trying to, and I love how we had Wheel of Fortune coming out saying, even though we have these people plotting against you, you're still going to have some good come out of it, right? So you have manifest, tell the universe exactly what you want. That's what you have been doing, I feel like. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're very much in your bag right now, like, hey, right? Or you will be. Here we have date night, get ready to be wined and dined. Love that this card came out. We have love spell, you've been bewitched, and that's what it's going to feel like. And then, bro, move. And then liar, be careful of someone sneaky. And yes, be careful of someone sneaky. That's crazy. People really are trying to break up happy homes. I mean, obviously, but dag. I love date night and love spell. So you're manifesting a date night. You're manifesting a love spell. Someone going under your spell. You're under their spell. This is beautiful. I love this energy for you guys. Like, we have so many cards coming out to clarify the messages that are coming out. Yeah, this can go up there. We don't give a flying fiddle about that. Shoot, be careful, someone's sneaky. That's why these cards keep coming out. 10 of Swords, you're manifesting backstabbers. Watch your back. Group 4, watch it. Okay? But I'm going to leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you would always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.